Hello, hello. I don't know why I said it like that. Hello, hello. Welcome to part 16, I guess. I'm recording this like a few hours after I made the part 15 public, so I just want to play. I want to play a video game. I got a couple new things in the meantime, though. I could talk about them if you want. I can actually hear that one kid applauding. Yes! Yes! Oh God, yes! And then everyone else is like, oh, whatever. I got the stone club. Fascinating. It looks like a piece of concrete that someone pulled out of the pavement or whatever. Signature weapon of battle mages. I got this from a battle mage. Hewn from hard glintstone. This club is much heavier than its size suggests. Probably because it does a bunch of fucking concrete. But has no magic power. Then why is it hewn from glintstone? I reared back so hard that I mashed out of the menu. Because I wanted to scream. So that they not lose sight of the true essence of combat, battle mages prefer to feel the impact of their blows, fighting their opponents hand to hand. Yeah, they are kind of stupid assholes. But I was doing co-op, and I got summoned into that cave that had the illusory wall that I talked about like 1 or 2 episodes ago. And it dropped from that one battle mage that's in there. I mentioned that because I think battle mages don't actually show up until maybe Atlas Plateau. I don't know. I haven't encountered them otherwise. That's the only one that I've ever seen, so it dropped from that dude. But anyways, yeah, it dropped from him. Good for him. Enjoy using your giant slab of concrete that is quote-unquote hard glintstone. It's concrete. So, good for him. Oh wait, no, it's up here. It's up here. Also, I got this. I hope it's going to be a short episode because I don't have a goddamn thing to talk about. I just want to play a video game. I also forgot that I never got these stupid things. But at Stormveil, you remember there are those awful birds that are basically impossible to hit with any weapon in the game. So what I ended up doing was just getting a fireball and just chucking it at them from as far away as I could get while still managing to barely hit their hitbox. Because otherwise they spaz out and start whipping around the screen like someone, I don't know, like if you tied a rock to a string and then put it on the end of a stick and then just started whipping it around your head like a crazy person. That's how these stupid fucking birds move. Anyways, I don't like them. That's the point. Talon swords are affixed to the legs of Stormveil's warhawks. But this one has been repurposed for human use. By me, I guess? The blade is thin and lightweight so as to not obstruct the hawk's mobility. I almost said nobility. They have no nobility. It's funny how mobility and nobility are almost the same word. I wonder where the Latin roots are. It probably is not important. But still, interesting all the same. More interesting than this item description. Anyways, I am here, back in Limgrave, for God knows what reason. Because I was just on the wiki looking for swords. And I noticed in one of the things, it was like, this is actually after a Caelid dungeon, but you can get there by using your horse, and it's right next to the church. And I was like, oh, I can get that. And I made those exact noises. And then I was like, oh no, I think I have a serious medical condition. So I had to lay down for a while. Anyways, let's pick them up. And let's make sure that this video is done in one take, because after I pick this up, I can't do this bit again. I'll just have to pick it up and then to say that it was here. So, Regalia of Eochaid. They really need to stop making up words. They're not very good at it. Regalia of Eochaid. Eochaid, I guess. I don't know. Let's look at this pile of crap. And apparently it is a pile of crap. It scales with arcane, and it has a unique weapon art that I don't know what it looks like, but from what people are complaining about in the wiki comments, it does not hit accurately, and it spazzes out, and the damage on it apparently is not particularly amazing, but it's there, it's there. Treasured sword of him, a lesser long... Oh, it's a domain. I'm sorry. The domain, the long vanished domain. The copper coloration is not to be confused for rust. If you confuse it for rust, will castrate you. But is a conduit for its wielder to move it by their will alone. Sort of like the the dumb psychic bullshit that Bull Bearing Hunter was doing, I'm guessing. Swords of dance through the sky. I'm sure that they do. I'm sure I won't be disappointed by that. Let's go grab this other thing off the back of this guy's here head. Wow, glowstone. Why do they even do this? I mean, I appreciate having glowstones for LP purposes, but why even bother? Anyways. Is this... No, it's just a message. Okay, well, that was it. But if you're wondering how I got up here, and I was wondering how I got up here, originally, you might actually be able to get up there by jumping off that rock and, like, very narrowly managing to, like, skid across the edge of that thing or something crazy. That's not how I did it. That's not how I did it. I, like, came over here, and I might die trying to do this again, because it's kind of dangerous. But you have to, like, jump out over the waters here, and then kind of wheel your way back over here. So, like that. Here, I'll actually try that. If I die, I blame you! That was close. But you get the idea. You're supposed to land right there. Right here. And then after you land right there, you jump all the way up there where those little bitty messages are. Right up there. I don't know why I'm talking like this. And then you go over there and then you fall down. Quite the adventure. Quite the adventure. So if you see a lot of bloodstains, that's what's going on. And I hope the mere fact that whenever you hop up there, it'll say that you're in Caelid. So I hope the mere fact that I touched this region wasn't like, oh, the festival has begun, the festival has begun, ruin his save file, ruin it! Which is what I fear every day. Speaking of which, I've decided, oh yeah, I forgot, I wanted to check that. We can do that real fast. Speaking of which, guess what? I've missed 2 emotes already. Because that's one of the things I keep forgetting to check. I missed the Bravo gesture. I can't get that anymore. That one, you can miss in the span of like 30 seconds if you're not careful. Because you have to... In order to get the Bravo gesture, it's right here at first step. You know how you meet White Bitch Vare, whatever? The moment that he leaves... You have to go back here, and then go up to where he was, and then examine where he used to be. Nothing tells you this, mind you. Absolutely nothing will tell you you need to do this. You just have to just so happen to go back to the very beginning of the game for some reason, and go examine where he was. But you have to do it before you talk to him at Rose Church, which is like just right here. So you can actually... ride past Stormveil, go up to like here, like your first stop point, and that will cause him to move, presumably. He might move after only defeating the boss, I can't remember. But let's for the sake of me complaining, say that he moves the very minute that you get up to lake-facing cliffs. And then just immediately ride your way down here, and in the span of just, like, probably about a minute or two, honestly, you lost the ability to get that emote forever. Another FromSoft classic design move. Very cool. Okay, so I missed that one. So I've got to replay the entire game all over again in order to get that. So, very cool. I also missed the Calm Down gesture. Which, in order to get that, you have to... Remember how we met Patches and Murkwater? You have to open his chest. Which I was like, why would I do that? That's clearly a trap. Open his chest... God damn it, I'm going to have to play through the game 3 times now for this. Because you also can't get his like, gear unless you kill him. And I think there's only one spot where you... No, I guess I could probably just murder him on the island. So maybe it is too. But anyways, you have to keep him alive. Then he puts his little trap chest in. Use the trap chest. And then come back and I think talk to him. And then after you talk to him, then you get the calm down gesture. I wasn't too happy about it. Actually, this is the wrong place to go. So, yeah, that was really cool. I appreciate that. Okay. So, as I said, my main reason for playing today is that I just wanted to play, and I have basically nothing to do anymore. I'm level 96, for God's sakes. And I need to remember I need to put an ash into this sword or change my loadout. Because I don't have anything in this sword. I just realized I can't go down there. I guess I did need to go down this way. Okay, let's just do that again. Very cool. Can't start over the recording. Very cool. Oop. Let's just try that again. Pretend that didn't happen. I'm glad that, by the way, it's not exactly like comments are always rolling into my videos or anything. Oh, look at here. Man, this is what I marked it for. This is nothing, it's just smithing stones. But I wanted to make sure that I remembered that it was here. So mission accomplished. That's all I needed to do there. Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that an adventure? But it's not as though comments are always rolling into my videos. But, you know, usually there's like 100, 200 per video. Not too bad. Not too bad for me. But of those, no one said whether they wanted me to start here or in the academy first. No one cares. No one fucking cares. However... Oh, wait. Can't... Almost forgot. However, you guys were like, I love the Goblin idea. Which I'm glad about. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the Goblin idea. Okay. Look at all these ashes of war. God, I could try so many of them. There's so many to choose from, but unfortunately, since none of them have my scaling, I'm not allowed to use any of them. Isn't that cool? So let's go back to using the same two goddamn things that I always have to use. Loving this experience. Love it every day. I've actually, I don't know why I do this, I like tormenting myself. I went on the wiki and I started looking at the whetstones again. Because I keep thinking maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. But the sacrificial whetstone is going to be way over here. And as I mentioned before, this is going to be a long time from now. Because yes, I'm almost done with the lake zone. But once I start doing the Rani thing, I think that I have to go underground briefly. Which is... If I keep doing that, if I keep going underground through all those areas, I think actually I might end up in the capital accidentally, which will ruin several quests, so I can't actually do that the whole way. So I have to be extremely careful. Ugh. But there's the lakes, there's that, then there's the academy, of course, depending on what order I want to do. Then I have to stop this area, go all the way back to Caelid, in theory. Because if I hit Atlus, that will cause a bunch of NPC quest chains to get fucked up. Do everything that I can here. And I actually might have to go underground again in this stupid well. Then after all that, I will be able to go up here, in the Atlus Plateau. And you think, oh, well, the capital's right next to it, then you can go in. No, I can't, because there's the mountain of the whole giant mountain thing that's over here. I have to go do that. Then after all that is done, which also includes the village area that's here, the Windmill Village, I think it's called, that's up here, then I can go into the capital. Then I'm allowed to have the sacrificial whetstone that will allow me to actually use all the ashes of war that I've accumulated up until now. That system is awful. Now, of course, you can just say, well, fuck it. Fuck all the NPC quest lines. Who cares? Yeah, well, you're not doing an LP. And you also don't care if you have 100% of the items and all this other stuff. Like, I was getting annoyed about missing an emote earlier. What do you think I'm going to have to say about it? There is, however, somewhere in Caelid, I can't quite remember where. It actually might be in the Divine Tower that's over here. But there is the whetstone for fire. And fire does have a very similar scaling. And I think actually it is better than holy either way. You can tell what they were thinking, though. Because all the whetstones are in thematic locations. Like the fire one is in the fire area. Because even though it's like the rot area, you would think that the rot, like anything that's associated with rot anyways, would be in this one. But because the rot is battled with fire, then this is the fire area for some reason. Even though you could arguably say that the Mountain of Giants, or whatever the hell it's called, would be the fire area. I think there's actually another area that's even more fiery. But anyways. And the Holy One, of course, is in the Holy area, which is right under the Erd Tree, and it's in the capital city. And I can't remember the locations of the other ones, but they're also in thematic locations. Stormveil contains the one that has all the neutral ones, like Keen, Quality, and Heavy, even though Quality is awful in this game. So, their whole reason for placing them in these locations was just, it would be cute if they were here, right? Right? No, it wouldn't be. It would actually be quite annoying. Oh, yeah, let's summon in my boys. Now, you might be wondering, is there a boss here? Because you can summon in the boys. Timothy and, what was it? Shaniqua? Shaniqua. I think I actually knew a kid in elementary school named Shaniqua. That's where I got the name from. But the reason why I want to summon them in is because you see this delightful hand over here? Yeah, they are absolutely horrendous. Very annoying. And they are unfortunately absolutely fucking everywhere in this zone. And the very moment, yep, see? The very moment that you touch anything or go anywhere, here come the hands. Oh, God, I hate them. This is the reason why I have the boys. Jesus Christ. Because they have shit tons of poise. And, like, every one of their moves is a bitch move, as I have dubbed them. Like, very fast startup. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but just, well, they can just stun lock you. Like, they just prevent you from playing the game. So, just absolutely radical. Love everything about them. Alright, what do we have here? Is it a naughty boy? You might be thinking to yourself it's a naughty boy. And in fact, you would be right. It's a very naughty boy. And unfortunately he vanishes. I was about to roll his body over to see what exactly was going on there. Look how effective those magic traps are. Don't you fucking vanish on me. Bloodstone Craftsman's Cookbook. The very edge of the zone, like the whole building, is like right here. I think there's actually a weapon that's on top of this area, so I'll have to remark that to make myself aware of it. Cookbook. But the very end of the area is right there, so that's the reason why they were fading out of existence like Marty McFly. May as well do it this way. Cookbooks, kind of hard to keep track of. I just got through eating Mexican food. It's a lot of Mexican food. Yeah, like twice. I've done it twice. So I'm kind of, ugh. It wasn't that much, but it wants to stay with you. A record of crafting techniques left by a glintstone craftsman who served the academy. Contains information on full sorcery code. Halfway through that I realized I already read it. So, freezing pot. Freezing pot, actually fairly useful. They freeze things. That's right. So here he is again. Sir, I'm trying to look at you. So there he is getting his ass kicked. And then he goes away. He just goes away. So they're naughty little sorcerers that don't seem to have any legs. And they shed white blood. And what do we know that sheds white blood? That's right, albinos, because they aren't true people. No, this is really fucked up. No, albinarcs, of course. Actually, I have known a few albino people in the past. There was, I think, a family in this region that had the affliction. But you get what I'm saying. And of course, albinos are people too. Just controversial. They made it sound like it was a controversial subject. Yeah, you can tell that the little traps are there because they have little bitty daggers sticking out of the ground. What do we have here? Summer smithing stone. So, not missing anything there. You can tell, like, if you look up, there are things awaiting. And just then as I passed the undercarriage of Timothy, Like, their little tails look like a little penis, if you look the right way. So let's try not... Let's make a vow between the two of us. We won't look that way again. Okay. So, this part has been zoned out. We are now complete with this little itty-bitty portion of this area. Now, unfortunately, we have lots more bullshit to have to deal with. What to use? What to use? Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Did I look at you the wrong way? And you're going to go over to the... Okay, here we go. Let's go. Oh, did you hit me, huh? Cool. Nice hit. Here I am trying to go through the bother of playing strategically so I don't have to take damage. How dare I? Now, because as I said, I mainly just want to play the game today. I don't want to talk too much. You might find that my commentary sucks ass. Yeah, it does. Just be cool. Be cool, bro. Don't fucking tase me. So if I go silent for long durations, it's just because I'm trying to enjoy a video game, like an ordinary person might. As though I was an ordinary person. Now, first, let's try... No, don't. See, even the little ones hide under the dirt. Oh, good. Good. This is just what I wanted. Now, really, I should have... What would be the best way of dealing with these guys? And notice they dropped somber smithing stones, just to keep in theme with this being a magical land. Full of wonders and mystery. I don't know. They have a lot of health points. Honestly, a much bigger, heavier weapon that can shatter their poise fairly rapidly would probably work better. Something else I've been attempting to use to no real effect has been these things. Although, as with my complaint before, there's not really many things... Here we go, Scarab. There's not many things that this is actually effective on. Because they're just little bitty one-handed, or short swords. These are straight swords. Twin straight swords. Thankfully, I don't need two of them. Whenever you two-hand this particular one, then you just get two of them. Which is nice. Come to me, my sweet. Go get him. Get him! How'd you guys get healed? Oh, right, completely forgot. Here I was telling you guys about this. But your healing spells work on them too. Completely forgot. Because I just don't think about it that often. Hello. Yeah, you just go ahead and hit that tree. It's really cool, though, that it manages to... Motherfucker. Get away from me. God. Why does everything have to be so annoying? They really want you to take damage. People actually go through the areas without healing. What do? Let's make the game less fair. Of course! Why didn't I think of that? Let's just make the game shittier. If we make the game shittier, then we'll have an excuse to do other bullshit that we wanted to do. If it was fair, then people would be able to get through the area without having to worry about it. Because they gain skill. We don't want that. No. That would be bad. I was trying to set up so I could actually heal. Well, I'll go ahead and use a flask. Whatever. I was trying to be a cute little daisy. A little fucking summer flower. You leave Timothy alone. Little piece of shit. Trying to face fuck my summons away. Now, you two come over here. You need healing. I need you to stay with me as long as you possibly can. Timothy and Shaniqua. I don't know why it's funny. Just the fact that they're complete opposites. Well, not complete opposites, but you know. Okay. Good. But I am glad that, keeping on theme with Timothy and Shaniqua here, I'm going to forget both their names by the next part, don't worry. But keeping in theme, yes, you guys really did seem to enjoy the idea of the game mode being horrible little goblins. What are you guys doing? Having problems? I think Shaniqua is trying to pathfind around this, and that's why they were swinging. Yeah, you guys really like the horrible little goblin invasion routine. I did too. I really like that idea. Of course, it has its own problems. Some idea that I had after the fact, and I think someone in the comments also sort of almost had the same idea, was maybe the thing that you steal is actually health. So my idea was maybe you could steal either the equivalent of a full health state or about 80% of a full health state. Man, they heal fast, don't they? And if you manage to kill them, probably this way. If you do manage to kill them, you can tell this thing is positioned where it's going to roll directly into a bunch of those hands. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. If you manage to kill the little horrible gremlins, then... this way, yes. Okay, there we go. If you manage to kill the horrible little gremlins, then you just get all the health that they stole from you back. So the objective would be to still attack the host or one of the summons. It wouldn't really matter. But, you know, again, my idea from the last part was, what if instead of normal invasions, you invade someone's world, but you're like a horrible little ratty gremlin goblin man. And you're like a little bit shorter than these guys, and if you could actually add in like sound bites and stuff, I would like you to like do little giggling noises and go, I'm gonna... Just be a horrible, horrible little rat man goblin thing. That's very important to me. Order acquisition. And, your objective would be to attack the host in some capacity, steal something from them, and then run away back to your little portal, or something equivalent. So you initially attack them, but your goal is not to kill them at all. Your goal is to attack them, do something, and then try to leave, so that then their objective is to not only, you know, find you once they get the message that you're there somewhere, but to locate and kill you, and get rid of you. And it is actually fairly simple for them to kill you because your health pool isn't very good. But you can, like, you turn invisible from a distance, or you have a couple of different dash moves that are better than a dodge, but they're on some sort of cooldown. They have to regenerate or something. There's something of that nature. So that it's like chasing a greased up pig, you know? You grease up a pig. You guys ever do a greased up pig contest where you try to catch a greased up pig? No? No, me either, but you know, it's a thing. So, you're trying to catch a greased up pig, and that's part of the fun, is that it's a greased up pig. The pig doesn't want to get caught. It loves being covered in grease. It loves the smell. It's a horrible little pig. You're like, come here, you little rascal, and you try to get him, and he slips away because he's covered in up now all that grease. That's the feeling that I want it to be. But anyways, the little gremlin man jumps on the host, rides around on top of his face, like scratching at his eyes, giggling, just loving every second of it. There could be multiples, like you could have like 3 or something invaders at the same time, and it wouldn't really matter too much. And depending on the amount of health that you steal from the host, it could even be health plus something else. It doesn't have to be entirely health. Like, maybe you could have different objectives. Like, one of them is health. Another would be like a unique item. And then the third could be like FP or, you know, something like that. Just whatever other resources available. And if you bring back all 3, then you get the full reward of like 3 different kinds of items. And you can even pick and choose which one you want to get based on the attack that you use, or, you know, something like that. Things to think about. But the more that you accrue, the heavier you get, and the harder it is for you to escape. You get slower, your little dodge moves or whatever become shorter in window, and you like physically get bigger and easier to hit because you're swollen up like a tick. Just like a nasty little swollen tick goblin ratty dog man thing. And the whole time you're fucking loving it. Just giggling, racing around, being a little nuisance, setting off traps, baiting other enemies towards you. Just the whole feeling of being an invader without actually the nuisance of it being, you know, PvP. Traditional PvP. Love that idea. Would really love to see that. Anyways, you guys get the idea. Carrion Piercer, one of the sorcerers, Carrion Royal family, conjures magic, great sword to impale foes. Funny story, I was doing co-op and an invader showed up and started using this. He had no plan whatsoever. The only thing that he wanted to do was stand behind walls and use this through the walls in an area that we couldn't avoid. And that's all he did, the whole time. The host, unfortunately, seemed to be an idiot, so he didn't do anything about it. I tried to engage him a few times, but eventually I just started standing there watching him, because the host was just like looking at a wall the whole time. Charging lengthens the initial step in, so yeah, you can use this to like attack people through walls, which is super cool and lots of fun. This sorcery forms a counterpart to Carrion Greatsword, highly lethal when used against single foes, riding alone. Single foes riding alone. Well, that's all of us, isn't it, guys? No. I know I'm right. I'm just kidding. Yep. There we go. So, never going to use that, probably. But at least I'm certainly never going to use it until I can actually get a hold of some better scaling. Ah, yes. I completely forgot. I completely forgot the thing I was complaining about. And I can't fucking see. Because the camera is not particularly amazing. What in the world are you doing? Yeah, the easiest way to deal with these guys is just charged R2s, if you can actually get them off. Which is easier said than done. Oh yeah, I forgot that I changed my... I actually used up all the golden seeds and stuff. Alright, there we go. So I actually am able to cast more now. Again, I don't... That's another thing. I mentioned that, because I didn't have the axe equipped, that's what it was. I mentioned that I brought up the idea of generating FP by doing basic actions, combat actions. Wow, really? Like a charged R2 might give you a little bit more. Backstabs, basic R1s, basically anything at all gives you FP. It's just varying levels of it. And a lot of people pointed out that that does exist in different games. Like, of course it does, yeah. That's a very common way of generating magic points. You guys having fun playing hopscotch over here? It's a very common way of doing it. So no surprise there. But yeah, that is a very popular way of... Oh, I saw that shadow. Oh, motherfucker. Do you really have to back away, too? What the hell? God. Oh, I fucking hate these stupid hands. Like, you will take damage. And any enemy that is like that, as I mentioned before, I absolutely detest. Just stand back and use spells, boy. Yeah, I know. Or just stand back and just... I'd craft 100 billion crystal darts. Or a bone dart. Just throw those at the damn thing. And do nothing else. Yeah, that sounds exciting. This is the kind of game that I want to play. You get that idea, anyways. Anyways, yeah, you guys seem to enjoy the idea of regenerating FP that way, too. Because, again, I think this is locked. Yes. Should I... I'll add a little thing there for me to remember. Okay. We're back here. Alright, good. I'm trying to, like, mow the lawn, I guess, is a good way of putting it. By going up one row, down one row, then going back down another row, and just searching the entire area that way. That's the downside about, whenever the games are... Ooh, I forgot. They made me remember. Turn off the blues. Haha. That's one of the downsides of it. Look at that. Motherfucker. And there's no way of avoiding it either. You have to do that. If you want that item, you absolutely have to trigger the encounter. Shithead. I do enjoy healing my little guys, though. Now, let's see if I can actually... Oh, the downside of having levels not be corridor-based is that you run into this problem. Don't you dare. Don't you trigger them. When an area is just huge and open like this, it becomes a huge pain in the ass to actually try to track anything down. And speaking of which, I completely forgot to mention this. I even forgot to write it down. Remember how there was a Talisman? Where I was like, where the hell is this thing? And I just wandered around forever, not truly ever knowing where it was. Let's see. Muslim compound. Yes. It was... The icon for it was marked right here on the interactive map. And the directions for it are absolutely god-awful. Like, people... like, they were described in such a way that it was like, well, be sure to look west and go right. Look west and go right? Do you mean north? Like, is that layer of convolution. But here's how you actually do it. Mausoleum Compound. You spawn there, you will be looking directly north. To your right are a bunch of broken columns. In front of you is a whole column, like one that's intact and, you know, it's just standing straight up. And then to its immediate left is a very large rock structure that almost reaches right up to it. Go in between the column and that rock structure by going north, up. Not west, not yet. Not left, not right. Go straight ahead. Go through that little bitty hole, just to make it clear where it is. And then you will be on top of the cliff facing, so that if you were to look left, then you would be able to fall down back onto the area that you were just in. But you want to actually stay up here on this top area, go all the way down following the ridge until you see on your immediate left, because you are hugging the ridge, a tiny, tiny little hole that you can go through. And after that, you will be on an even smaller little ledge that overlooks the basin of this sort of pond area. And to your immediate left will be a corpse that has that talisman on it. That's how you do it. Oh, and some people in the comment section had the utter audacity to say, oh yeah, it's actually fairly accurate. It's actually really accurate. It's almost exactly where it is on the interactive map. And the interactive map has it being right here. It's not right there. It's actually like right over here. Which is a completely different spot. It's sort of the same. Yeah, it's sort of the same. It is sort of the same. But it's not the same. Okay, go get him, guys. Maybe I'll try to, like, hit the fingers individually. I think the threshold for their poise should be a little bit lower. It should probably be lower just because I even experienced this on Freelid. Whenever I attack those things, they tend to have their poise broken, like, way, way below. You weren't supposed to hit that one. They tend to have their poise broken just as they're dying. So it's next to pointless. Little asshole. Although, these tiny hands, not the big hands are fucking horrible. But the tiny hands have more of the energy that I was talking about, the sort of little goblin energy, even though they're just hands. Wow. Wow, what a lockup. Because they do that sort of like scurrying at you, and they're like little horrible, like nightmarish creatures who are like, ugh. No, don't vanish on me. Go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. I know you know you desperately want to attack me and no one else, I know. Like, look at that. Breaks their poise way after the fact. Their threshold for that should be a little bit lower. That's a bit ridiculous. There's another one down here. Yeah, let's see if we can avoid... Like, they're all... This is the problem with this area. They're just everywhere. If there's one here... There's one right there, above my head. There's one over there. Because what they want you to do is like, oops, I encountered one of them. I guess I'll run around trying to avoid it. I'll dodge, and then you trigger another one, and then you trigger another one, and then you trigger another one. That's what they want. Because it's Miyazaki. He's a fucking asshole. Okay, you can hit the fingers. Ah, there we go. There's the secret. You just have to be very, very careful. And then, even then, there's still more of them. These guys actually remind me of Ocarina of Time. There are wall masters in that game that are not exactly wall masters. They're just like little scurrying hands. They look almost exactly the same. And whenever you kill them, the bigger ones, they will split into 3 smaller hands. And if you don't... Oh, I heard something. And if you don't kill them, then they will actually grow and become large hands again. Which is super irritating, actually. There you see. Oh, fuck. Now, you're probably wondering what the lore is with these hands. Because, you know, the game is obsessed with fingers and hands, right? I don't know. I don't fucking know. The thing I'm concerned about right now is not being hit by them. Because they are just horrible. Video game, please. Could you not? I didn't want you to do that. But they're just too damn close to these things. God damn it. Oh, you thought I had stamina? Here's 50 more attacks. Christ. Jesus. How many fucking health points did I have? These hands are fucking horrible. Well, they got one finally. There's just so goddamn many of these fucking things that they finally got one of them. Let's say it was Shaniqua because her name is harder for me to remember. It's just you and me now, Timothy. You should have been more careful, but you were filled with too much bloodlust. God, they're just everywhere. Look how fucking many of them there are. It's all over the goddamn place. Ah, yes. Forgot I need to turn off Discord alerts. No. On the plus side, they're giving me a lot of FP back. Let me turn off Discord's fucking bullshit. I know I forgot something. There's like 5 or 6 different things I have to do every time I start recording. Really? There's more of them. More of these fun things. Jesus Christ, they're all over the place. Yeah, this is by far the easiest way of dealing with them. So the lesson is just don't let them ever participate in the fight. Don't actually fight them. That part is fine. Like, being able to see them and then ambush and kill them this way is absolutely fine. But whenever they actually do appear, which they are guaranteed in some cases to do, then they become a not okay enemy. Okay, you're on your last legs there, Timothy? Not allowed to proceed any further? No, not you can. I will note that these hands have quite a few fingers. Let's count them, shall we? If we can. If it stopped moving around, will you fucking stop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 2. It looks like 2 individual hands stuck together, so it might be 10. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, this is where we started from. So we've gone into a big old circle. That should be done. Of course, we have some stuck up here. Because they think themselves clever. Wow. Well, so much for that. That kind of gives me a very quiet anger. That also gives me a quiet anger. That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but let me explain why that pisses me off. I saw the damn thing, locked onto it, started charging my black flame. The very second that I started charging it, the game recognized the input and made it drop down so that I would miss it. Right? And then after I get behind it and I attack it to kill it that one last time, it did not attack me. But the sheer fact that it was in any form of motion whatsoever caused me to take a minuscule amount of damage that I did not deserve to take. Something about that is truly irritating. It doesn't make me angry. It's just, like I said, it's that very quiet anger. Like you're, I don't know, like you've had a bad day, you go to fucking McDonald's or something like, I want a hamburger? Just give me a hamburger that only has pickles on it. That's it. That's all you have to do. And then you get it, and it's just a... Look at that. See that? I managed to aim away at just the right moment. But the very moment I started trying to charge an R2 for that big hand, then the little hand is like, ooh, I detect an input nearby. Time for me to hop out and start shit. He's really complaining about... Yeah, I'm complaining about this. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fingers on this guy. So maybe they do have 12 fingers across all of them. And he gets a ring. He's a fancy hand. 12 fingers. Gah ha ha ha. I'm getting a lot of these borderline useless somber smithing stone 2s. I really need 1s. For some reason I have a lot of 2s and 3s, but no 1s. And I have no 4s whatsoever. Complaining is fun. I love complaining. I don't enjoy being given things to complain about, but I do enjoy complaining. Does that make sense? No. Well, we're not friends then. Oh no. No, it's fine. Okay. And I'm gonna ignore the rest of you assholes. Because now that I don't have Timothy with me anymore, I can't have Timothy beyond this point, I guess. Then I will just focus on getting indoors. Because I don't think that there's anything else. Just sitting there waiting. I think there was a guy there, though. No, maybe not. Let's try to avoid attracting any unwanted attention. Let's just run past all this. Look at that shit. See that fucking style? That stylinese that I engaged that content with? That's right, motherfucker. If you had 2 less fingers, maybe you'd be able to get in. So yeah, let's take a look at its stupid ring that it casts magic from. That's a big-ass ring. They actually went through the trouble of making it look exactly like a ring. They went through the trouble of painting its fingernails for it. Can you believe it? The audacity? Man, he wants it so bad. You can tell that these things actually input read on some level. Because whenever you do certain actions... That's the one thing you can do, huh? They will just persistently continue doing that action. Aha! That does give him a mild stun. God. Even trying to do this, it's still a fucking nightmare. You don't have to kill the hand, I know. Jesus, look how fucking fast they are. You actually, like, have to do your attack as they are finishing theirs in such a way that you might actually still take damage from it. Oh, see there? Look at that. That wasn't good enough? Christ, these giant hands are just the fucking worst. Now, can you guys get through? Yes, you can. They're somehow grosser looking than the big hand. They would have to be 3 different hands that each have 4 fingers on them. And that's sort of what the little ones look like. With the bigger ones, it's kind of hard to tell. But again, with the logic of what those things are, I don't know. Because what I know this place, I don't see how it relates to... One, I don't see how it relates to hands. Like, sure, they're magical in nature, whatever. But why giant hands, I don't know. Maybe Ghosty can tell us. Nice benches, by the way. This is their bench storage location. Very cool. Ghosty? This is a Carian Knight, actually. Lady Rani, we have long awaited you, your hot, supple puppet body. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the full moon shine upon Caria. So that was pretty generic. That didn't really give us any new information. I like Rani. She's the princess of Caria. I know. Then again, I guess you could have not talked to E.G. Yeah. Why would they need all those extra pulpits? I don't know. Maybe because they're generating pulpits up here in the pulpit factory? Obviously. Where do you think Carians come from? Obviously, heaven, of course. Alright, there's some bullshit behind here. Where's the preacher? I don't know. He could be anywhere. Smithing stone? Why? Why a normal smithing stone, I wonder? I think this is a generic noble. So the implication might be that this is not a Carian noble, so he was killed and left here. And the smithing stone is supposed to be a signifier that he was not magical in nature. Like he was murdered and left there. I don't know. The ambient storytelling in this game can be very strange sometimes. Man, I'm just covered in blood. Alright. Something that I did want to mention last episode and forgot about it is during my little bouts of co-op, I'll get this thought out first. During my little bouts of co-op, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to maximize the amount of poise that I can have. Because the most poise that I can have is basically just wearing nothing but Banished Knight armor. Nothing else. And by the way, I think you get Banished Knight armor unaltered later on in the game. I think in the capital. But it has like a cape, I think. A blue cape, I think. But yeah. So right now, as far as my weight is concerned, I can't wear the entire set. But I can wear... Let's see, what was it? The helmet, the gauntlets, the leggings, and I forget what it was. Or it may have actually been nothing except for... It may have been the armor. I can't remember. But anyways, I optimized the ratio of my poise to weight and still maintaining a medium roll down to like 0.5 weight. And the only thing that I could wear on my head... This is why I thought that it was the armor as well. The only thing I could wear on my head was this commoner's headband. And that's it, because it's 0.7. The minute that I moved into like 1.2, nothing. Like I couldn't wear anything besides that. That's the only thing that I could actually wear, because it's the only thing that's that light. And I mention that because I went into the Poise table that is very, very slowly being updated in Elden Ring, because the developers don't believe in having transparency. It has to be done via testing. I went in and looked to see what exactly that would get me. Because like, okay, I have, 47 poise or whatever the hell it was. I can't exactly remember. And it turned out that there is absolutely nothing in the game that I can resist with that amount of poise besides a one-handed dagger or a two-handed dagger attack. And that's it. Nothing else. So Poise in this game is... how much do I have right now? 39. Poise in this game is basically completely worthless until you have monstrous amounts of it. And it's doing okay. Not those. I hate those. Ah, yes, the Great Sword ones. They get the Poise. Now, if I were to wear their exact armor outfit, which is just the Regalia outfit, and then use a Great Sword, I would not get that. That huge, ridiculous charge up that he just did, I would not be able to just completely ignore enemy attacks like that. And those mines are almost completely worthless. Kind of don't understand why they even exist in the first place. Now, what exactly these soldiers are, I don't know. I don't know if they are actual ghosts, I kind of doubt it, or they could just be some sort of magical conjurations. Like they themselves could be traps in some way. But considering that they're wearing their Regalia soldier get-up, and EG said that they had been ensnared, and we didn't actually see any corpses. Maybe what happened was they went out to the battlefield. Where is that? It's over there. They went on to the battlefield and collected them and, like, I don't know, maybe magically did something to their bodies so that they would serve them in death. Maybe. It is unusual that if there are conjurations, you'd think that they would conjure, you know, like someone of their own academy. Like they would model whatever their defensive measures are on themselves. And you might be thinking, isn't it weird that no enemies have appeared in this little section? That's because the moment that you go across... Even the first time I went across this area, I was like, this is exactly what they're going to do. This is the exact thing they're going to do. The very moment that I get as far away from this area as I possibly can, all of them are going to pop. That's exactly what happens. Yeah, you would think they would be like sorcerers or something. Not these soldiers. So here we are. And Rune Arc. Ambush! Oh my gosh, how unexpected! Miyazaki, your ideas are so fresh! You're not transparent at all. Now, to be fair, they don't... To be fair, they don't... What the hell? Oh, what the fuck? Where'd you come from? You shouldn't be here. Maybe he spawned on the other side. To be fair, they don't all arise at the exact same time. Now they can spawn. And they will spawn right there. Go on, get on out, boy. Especially you. Shield boys need not apply. Of course, I'm sure there'll be another one here. Yeah, go ahead and attack through the wall. I know your fucking tricks. Here's that fucking... Oh, two of them? Fuck. Fuck me. Better roll out of the way, because I know they're right behind me. Yep. Do it. Aha! I love not taking damage. As much as I enjoy complaining... I don't know. I don't enjoy complaining. I like griping. That's the reason why my name is Gripes. I chose that very specifically. It wasn't like Plague of Complaints, or Plague of Analyses, or something. That doesn't really syncopate either. Like, I chose Plague of Gripes because it's fun to gripe. Because a gripe is more just... There are things that don't really matter. Like, I have gotten a few comments like, wow, you're so bitter towards this game. Not really. I'm not really... It doesn't really bother me. It's just fun. Hello there. It's... You know how I enjoy, if you guys know me, which I'm sure that you do. I did like a little shoulder twist. I need to actually make sure that there's nothing else that I can miss. I do want to drop down over there eventually. Yeah, there's something right there. Damn. Shit. I don't want to have to worry about it. If you guys know me, you know that I enjoy arguing with, like, Mr. Strawman. And I always have the Strawman voice. We talk like this, and I have stupid opinions and say dumb things. And then nice, calm, rational me is like, now, Strawman, that's a stupid thing to think. Why are you like this, Strawman? I guess it's because I'm stupid and I disagree with Eli. It's fun. Like, I always try to make sure that I bookend that with I'm not actually being serious. Because who would actually believe that? I'm going to try to jump over there, by the way. Oh, wow, thanks for that. Alright, good. Land anyways. I came over here because this is where I marked that closed door as being, so I thought that there would be a way of getting in there. Down here, perhaps? Such a tall building. I guess that's my only path forward. Yeah, here we go. There's a ladder. But that's, I guess, part of my sense of humor. It's the same reason why I like Strawman. I like griping because, like, if you're griping against a video game, it's not going to fight back. It's like a Strawman. It's a Strawman that actually is doing things that are usually inappropriate. Like the giant Mr. Hands that are attacking like a fucking cheetah. They shouldn't be doing that. Being very naughty right now. And the video game is not going to argue with you about that. It's not going to disagree. It's not going to start an online debate about it one way or the other. It's just going to be like... ... ellipses. And it's just going to sit there and it's going to take it. Which is great. Wow, this one's golden. What's this going to be? Oh, right. I've actually never gotten this weapon. This is the, of course, Sword of Night and Flame. I think it got nerfed, but it is one of the meta weapons right now. It's a real shame because it is actually a really nice looking. Like, look at it. It's a really nice looking weapon. It's clearly a fantasy weapon, but it is not so overtly fantasy that it looks like a cheap plastic toy. It does look like an actual ceremonial weapon of some sort. And you can see, like, some pretentious sorcerer walking around with this thing. I don't mind the look of it. It could have a little bit less glitter on the hilt, I guess. And then it would be fine. Storied Sword and Treasure of Caria Manor. What are the legendary armaments? I think you have to get... There's like 8 or something legendary weapons that you have to get some stupid achievement. Astrologers who preceded the sorcerers, as mentioned before, established themselves in mountaintops that nearly touched the sky and considered the fire giants their neighbors. So I guess the original sorcerers were astrologers, and they lived up in the giant mountains that we're going to be getting to much later, that required going through the Atlas plateau to reach. So maybe we'll learn more about the astrologers there. But they apparently migrated down here and became the Carian... they became the Academy people. I don't know if the Carians actually established it or not. I don't think so. Because I think actually Renala, we'll learn, is... I think she was like a princess or something that just so happened to enroll in the Academy, and she just became so successful that she eventually became the head of the Academy. So I think they were completely separate at some point. So what the history of that is, I have no idea. Yeah. Its unique skill is that it scales with intelligence and faith, but honestly, it's just another int weapon. Because it has 2 different attacks with its weapon art. It has one that basically fires a Kamehameha. If I'm thinking of... I think this is the right weapon. And then it has another one that's a sweeping fire attack. The fire attack is the one that is less useful and scales with faith. The Kamehameha is the one that actually deals the big damage, and that one scales with int. Of course, like all sort of Kamehameha-style beam attacks in this game, it has a tendency to not hit targets because half the enemies of the game that you would actually want to use it on tend to be Bloodborne-style enemies that just warp around the screen constantly. Yeah. Let's go back. I may as well just remove all these things because I have no idea what's what. Lower level? That's probably it. I'm not going to remember what all these things are. I think this is an NPC I'm supposed to talk to. And I think I have to get on the railing or something over here. I can't remember. Oh, well. Yeah, the sweep is not really terribly useful. As I mentioned before, with the ashes in this game, motherfucker. Take that, sir. But as I have mentioned with the ashes, a general problem with the ashes, also go fuck yourself, trying to do a fucking charged R2, is that the things that you would actually want to use ashes on are usually enemies that are a big problem. Like that's your big gun, right? That's supposedly your boomstick that you want to use whenever you really want to get rid of an enemy quickly. But unfortunately, most of the ashes don't really track well, or they're not very useful against those kinds of enemies. Most of them are really only good at clearing out, like, bottom tier enemies that you wouldn't need the Ash of War for in the first place. So there's almost no point to using them a lot of the time. Of course, it depends on which one is which. So with the sort of blah blah blah, that stupid thing. Yeah, I know. You're gonna use your stupid crossbow. You're just a precious little angel, aren't you? Man, your tactics are so fucking cute. I just never saw it coming, did I? That's the reason why I was creeping across the bridge, because I'm just so inept, I never saw it coming. And now you're just gonna sit there and hope that I roll off the edge. Alright, come here. No, we're not doing that. You're not gonna just stand back and throw crap at me and hope that I get close enough for you to make me roll off the edge. Yeah, he's gonna do the same shit. Except the crossbow. Ooh! Now I wonder if you can trigger the... No, of course you can't. I was kind of hoping that I could trigger the mine over here. Motherfucker. Forget it, man. Like I was barely a stone throw away, and immediately whips out the crossbow. Oh, no! Or he whips out the stupid little grenade thing that he has. Now's my chance to be annoying. That's the thing I actually care about. No, I'm not gonna attack you in that fucking pit. There is virtue in patience. I'm actually a very patient person for the most part. I like to gripe, and it may seem like I'm not being patient in some cases, but yeah. I think surely for my playstyle you can tell that I'm patient. It looks like a while. Yeah. This is the way that you actually get on top of that area. So a lot of items are going to be over there. Alright. I don't think I've ever been over there before either. But I think there's a point of grace over here, like up there somewhere, so I'll come back for that as soon as I tag this area forward. I could just run forward, though. It's not a big deal. Ah, yes, forgot about this. All the sparkly bits means that it's magic. Anytime you see a sparkly thing and it's blue, it's probably magic. Magic is in the air. Now, they said before that the Carians, even though they were attacked by the Academy, that the Academy actually managed to wipe out the Knights Cuckoo and I guess repurpose their bodies for their own purposes. I have no idea what's going on there. And yes, I didn't forget, I just wanted to grab this first. Also, check out the size of this unit. Beep. You know what the purpose of this is? Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like they put the flat of this rock here so that you'll be tempted to try to walk up it to be able to get to this wolf. But the way that the physics work is that the minute that you have to go up a slope that steep, it makes you uncrouch. So that's their clever little cutesy way of absolutely ensuring that you'll be forced to, like, face-fuck this poor thing. You just float away to heaven, little wolfie. Oh, watch him go. Ow! Alright. Now we never have to kill him again. He can rest in peace. But first, we'll go back down the elevator and see what's over there. It'll be fun, I promise. I can almost guarantee I'm gonna fall down this elevator. Whoop. I kind of like it. I don't think the Elden Ring has ever done this. Dark Souls 2, I think, did it quite a bit. But the secrets that are usually under elevators, like there's an elevator under an elevator, sort of like Dark Souls 3, or more commonly, there's like a beam sticking out, or there's a hole in the wall, or a platform that you can drop down to. I don't mind those too much. Because it's like right there, you just have to actually look at it. It's much better than an illusory wall, I'll give it that. Okay. Let's see if I can actually get over here safely. There we go. Kind of surprised a bunch of enemies didn't just start spawning in. Seems like a very Miyazaki thing to do. Okay, I don't know which way to go first. Try down. What do you mean down? Like literally down, or do you mean walking down? Because walking down is my only possible option. No, you can drop down there, I guess. No, this is the side. Yeah, that's the bottom. Or maybe the main. Ah, yes, an item. An item below the stairs is what he was trying to mean. I would upvote that. But that could be a little bit more clear. That could be like, you could say that like, that could be better. Let's completely overwrite this gentleman's work and just demonstrate this. Let's see. It would be like, stairs ahead. So it'd be like, I'm not going to do the whole thing. Like, stairs ahead, but... let's see. No, then. Stairs ahead, and then... like, try behind, or... what are the... directions? Yeah, behind. Is there... no, it's just behind, I guess. Yeah. So the stairs. I guess we'll do the whole thing. Assuming there's a stairs. Yeah, is there no stairs? It's probably another stupid places. Like stairs is a place. I probably passed it without realizing it. Well, it doesn't matter. You guys get the idea. That's better than just down. See? He can't fight back. It's fun. It's griping. What do you mean time for hidden path? No. How about this? Now where the hell's this? This outside? This is just fucking outside. Because that's the path that's above that area, so this would go over here. Don't want that. Alright, so there's... wow, this path is like absolutely nothing. There's nothing here except for those runes underneath the stairs. So I guess you would have seen that either way. This looks like it might be a funny message, because there's a little bitty mouse hole down here. Which is actually just the result of probably the generic model for this thing having a window, and then them just not really covering it up. Yeah, just plump sort. I would have probably done something more like mouse ahead or something like that. Or rat ahead. My messages are better. That's why I have 0 upvotes on some of mine, because they're better. Alright, come here. Come here, little sweetness. My precious little dandelion. Oh, cool! Thank you for attacking through the fucking wall. Love it. Fucking love it. Wow, they don't like that. I don't ever think I've seen an enemy react that violently to being set on fire. I mean, it's not cool. Being set on fire usually is not great, but still. Aha! Oh my god, finally a new whip. Oh, wow. And unfortunately, I think this one scales with int, because of course it does. So this is completely worthless to me. And I really don't like the way that they parse weapons out in these games. Wait, what am I doing? It's down here. Isn't it? Wait, what? Wait, why is it split like this anyways? Oh, right, because torches. For some reason I thought that torches would be with the other weapons. But, like, I can't use the whip because the whip... Oh, they always do this. They always have, like, the basic weapon. Like whip, like fist, I guess is the safest. Like a short sword, for example. They give you the basic one that is never worth the bother of upgrading. Which one, why'd you even bother making it in the first place if you're going to do that? But then they'll have things like this where even though you have the whip, the next one you find, like this one, it's probably int. No, it is an int. Okay, that's good. It is dex, but still. Okay, well that's not too bad. I was about to complain about the fact that if it was an int weapon, then it would be almost impossible for anyone to upgrade a whip until, like, way later in the game. Because the one that I'm actually eager to get, I think is in the mountains. The one that I want to get is the bleed one. And I think there's also the giant's, like, hair needle or some weird name. And that one also, I think I would like to try the upgrade. Anyways. Yurumi. This weapon made of extremely thin, flexible blades of metal, sure it is wielded like a whip by Nightfolk warriors. What the fuck is a Nightfolk? Though in essence a whip with a cutting edge, it can also be used as a spear to pierce foes. Did I? Yeah, okay. Let me try whipping this around for a second. Because I've never actually seen anyone use it, which is probably not good news. Probably means it's not particularly amazing. Ugh. I was about to say that it feels dangerous, but I mean that it feels more dangerous to me, like I'm using it. Ugh. This would definitely, if you tried to use it, like cut your arm off. Oh, that's what they mean by it can be used as a spear. So you don't actually use it as a spear. Just that very, very tiny little bit at the end, it stretches out to look sort of spear-like. Weird. It, like, gets shorter and longer in places of the attack animation. Very strange. Maybe I'll try upgrading that and messing around with it later. Maybe, maybe. Maybe, baby. Oh, hello there. I've never actually fought one of these before. I've just seen them. Very briefly, I've seen them. I don't know how to actually deal with them. Which is bad news because I don't have any summons. And I don't really have the means to actually fight it. I'll just try to bait it away. Try to bait it over here so whenever it kills me, which it most surely would. Yeah. Then it won't be as big of a deal as it could be. Jesus Christ. It's just gonna keep spamming that one move until it works. Okay, it does have more moves. I don't much care for them, though. Wow. Yep. It's just gonna keep doing that over and over again until it works. Really? Wow, what a bitch. Oh, don't do that. Fucking spin around in such a... Of course, anti-melee again. Man, fuck that. Oh, it deals more damage if the thing is open. Okay. Or it seemed that way, anyways. Well, that's something, anyways. Ugh. It's not a great enemy. That could be better. God, imagine if you were like a pure strength user. What option would you really have? I mean, it just spins around in circles? Okay, yes, it was blocking the way forward. Okay. It doesn't really look like there's anything beyond this, but there's a corpse over there. We'll give it a try. There's a bloodstain, not a great sign. Somber smithing stone. So nothing there. Now what was here? No, not something for you to put your wiener in. Nothing. Looks like there's pretty much nothing over here. So I guess the thing that's supposed to be over here... I already got that. Alright. I'm going to have to drop down from someplace else. Not quite sure how I'm going to manage that. It must be in a completely different location. Because there's no other way for me to get over there. Alright, anything else I can drop down to from here? Always have to be careful. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. Where did I just... No, not there. I think this one. This one that I was just at. Oh, boy. Hope you guys are enjoying the mutter through. The downside of whenever I'm like, oh, I'm just enjoying playing the game now, is, you know, there's like no commentary. Oh, sorry, but anyways, the whole point of me talking about the poise. Like, I optimized the fucking my poise, and, you know, got to the point where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter. I can only resist this one thing. Hello, big wolf. How's Wolfie? Your parents are dead. More rhyme crystal buds. Ah, of course they had the fucking shoulder check. Wow. Jesus Christ, you are not okay. Look at that shit. Roll! I didn't tell you the attack, told you the roll. I must have hit like the back button on my controller. Why is it always dogs? What's their obsession with making dogs have completely uncool moves? That's the sound of me not enjoying that enemy. That's what that is, if you're wondering. Not being angry, just being like, ugh. That's usually my experience. Like, I don't usually actually get angry. It's more like, ugh, I'm so disappointed. Alright. But this I do remember. Because I came up here, I was like, okay, well, that's a troll surrounded by a bunch of assholes, so why would I bother engaging with that? When I can explore. Then I discovered this. Up we go. Revealing a single sorcerer. Just a generic noble. It is interesting that there is a distinction between noble sorcerers and, like, the real sorcerers. So I guess the idea is that, like, supposedly all the sorcerers were nobles at some point. Because in order to... Well, maybe not necessarily. Because in order to actually get integrated into the academy, you have to demonstrate a great propensity for being taught in the first place. Which means that you have to sort of be a sorcerer before you're admittance either way. But the only people that had the privilege of being taught magic in the first place would probably be, you guessed it, nobles. And because I jumped, one of those sorcerers is probably going to try to follow me up here. Oh, really? He didn't? Okay, well. More power to you, then. What? Are you fucking kidding me? How do you miss that? Oh, it's time for me to be angry. Time for me to be angry again. Stop attacking! I don't have infinite stamina, you shouldn't have it either. God, that's annoying. Here, let me try using my... God. Really hate being hit by anything. More of these stupid rhyme... Let me look at these stupid things. Surely I must be missing something. I've only found them in here, I think. Rhyme crystal bud. A young plant frozen in the crystal before it can mature. Material used for crafting items. Widely found in cold regions. So, they're just... Magic is associated with cold in this universe for some reason. So I guess the sorcerers are just going around just freezing random plants on the ground? And they just stay that way? Maybe so. Maybe so. Let's try using my stupid... straight swords for a while. See what happens. Because there's one or two other things I need to collect here, I think. I don't have much experience with this area. Borderline almost none. He still gets an attack in. He still manages to get in like a very fast, like 0.05 second attack. God damn. Perfumer bolt. Are you guys perfumers as well? Turn over. I want to see your face. Just, fine. Just fall all the way down the steps. You're fucking slinky. Get all the way down there. Fucking log. He rolls down and stares, rolls over and peers, rolls over your neighbor's dog. It's great for a snack. Fits on your back. It's a fucking perfumer. Maybe. I don't know. I will have to farm these guys later to actually get their drops so I can identify what the hell they are. But this might be a perfumer. Although the other perfumer equipment that we got... sort of vaguely looks like this. I mean, looking at the one without the cloak, so it's more obvious. A little twisty insignia on the front. And they don't really have that, but they do... It's sort of vaguely similar. But he does have a little bitty flute hanging off of his little collar there. So cute. So kawaii. Alright. So there could be perfumers hanging out here. And I don't really know anything about them other than the fact that they are incredibly annoying. Where's that item? Is it down there? I could have swore that there was an item over here. Maybe it's down there and... I guess I'll give it a try. Not here. There it is, okay. This doesn't... God damn it. I should have cleared out those giants and shit before that. Since I kind of have to do that anyways. Please enjoy my irritation. Okay. all the way back. And here we go. Now see, the very moment that that one even remotely detects you, he'll throw a little baby tantrum and race his stupid ass up here. Now I'm curious to see, this is one of the bits where I just completely waste time. But he may not actually come all the way. Sometimes the AI behaves in a very strange way, and even though they're alerted to your presence and they'll start racing their way up here, they'll just like stop, turn around, and leave. Yeah, he doesn't actually want to bother jumping over here. Well, it's probably nothing. He's just going to keep pacing back and forth the rest of eternity until he gets a target lock on me. Just kidding, I was here the whole time! Huh. What was that? David, what the fuck are you doing down here? Nothing, Samuel. Hello. What are you doing? And who are you? Oh, Samuel's upset. I would be too. If I had to go through life wearing a snazzy helmet and cape and no pants. No pants at all. What the hell? How come it didn't switch to the... There it goes. That's strange. I hit over and then nothing happened. Wow, cool. Could we try something that's more effective than that, please? I'm trying to have a good time. Don't you see? You're just gonna... Here. Let me fix this problem for you. Here. Timothy, Shaniqua. Go forth. Have fun. Arrgh. I didn't have enough for it. Where the hell am I? Amazing camera work as always. Troll Knight Sword. Somehow I doubt this is something that I'm going to be allowed to use. You know, all the faith scaling weapons? I'm sure that all the faith scaling weapons, because it makes sense, are going to be in the capital. Which probably means that as far as getting decent items, faith might be the most fucked. There's like one or two. Because there's like a... What scales well with faith? I mean, there are some things that do technically have faith scaling. Like this stupid Erdtree dagger is one of them. But it's not a good weapon. There's the Winged Scythe, which is good. That's an okay weapon. But that's kind of the only one. There's a Golden Halberd. And I guess that's about it. You can get the Tree Spear. And that's probably your three main options, unless you just go with injecting one of those two weapon arts in there. That's pretty much it, yeah. So your options are pretty limited. Oh, come on. That's why I hate using short weapons. Get 'em, boy. I love watching that. Did you fucking hurt them? My horrible nightmare children. That's more like it. I really that's the reason why people enjoy co-op. Is because usually there's like a wolf doing like shoulder tackles and DPs and shit to you. But then you bring in your little buddies and you just start fucking them over. That feels really good. That's the upside of doing co-op. So long, so long. Yeah, this is where the stake was. Golden runes. I guess it is technically possible for someone to learn magic outside of being a noble, but it's also fairly unlikely. I know what that is. But what is this? Oh, yes. I remember what this is now. I should probably do this first, then. Unfortunately, you might look at the... one of the chairs is tipped over. Actually, several of the chairs are tipped over. You might be wondering, it's like, oh, this looks like a boss arena. And yeah, that's my exact reaction whenever I came across this area as well. And you'll never fucking believe it. It's a boss arena. And the very second that you even step one little bitty, this piggy little went to market on that area, yes, a boss fight will occur. I spent a lot of time trying to avoid doing so, but yeah, boss fight. Okay, was there anything over here? Maybe not. But you will notice there is, in fact, of those giant-ass half-bowl things that we've been coming across. Here's a giant one, an even more bigger one. That's right, even more bigger. Again, what exactly these are, I don't know. Maybe it's aligned so that that little pointy bit actually is aligned with a very specific star in the sky or something. I have no idea. These things might be, according to the messages, the inputs that you have from messages, they might be called astro globes, I think it was. Things, probably. Sending a... yeah, stone astrolabe, that's what it was. But that's not what an astrolabe actually is. Like, that's an actual thing in real life, but that's not what it is. So, I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. Which one should I do? I might switch over to the offhand, I'm not really sure. I can't remember if I can actually summon my boys in for this or not. Guess it's not a big deal. Now, on Freelit, I had no trouble with this boss at all, which is not saying anything. Could end up having the biggest problem ever. We will see. We will see. Royal Knight Loretta. Yes, I can summon les boys. Go forth, boys and girl. No, boys. God, you take so much damage in this game. So yes, this is indeed a horse that just so happens to have some lady on it. Wow, thanks for the liberal application of damage there. Really appreciate it. I've taken a liking to the Crucible tail. What are you doing? Oh, good. Billions of these little... Alright, cool. Ah, god damn it. No. Let me use my Wondrous Physics. I changed my physic thing to, fuck you, cheating piece of shit. To, increase my faith and also increase holy damage. They're so small that Loretta's having a hard time actually hitting it. I want to use the tail again. That's so funny to me. She couldn't hit Timothy. He's just too spry. So you get the Ashore Loretta's Slash and Loretta's Great Bow. Both of which I'm not allowed to use. Great Bow. Loretta's Great Bow. Sorcery used by Royal Knight Loretta. What a name. Royal Knight Billy and Royal Knight Loretta. Creates a magic great bow and fires a great arrow. That's pretty much what it is. So remember there was that one ass hair that was in that tower, I think last part, who kept running away, filling his diaper with diarrhea from the sheer idea that he might actually have to fight someone. and stood back with infinite amounts of FP, just firing that one great bow over and over again. I think that's what this is. Charging enhances potency, so sorcerers can indeed charge their shit. Hold to keep the great arrow knocked. It is said that the bow was Loretta's favorite weapon, even though she very clearly was using a halberd. But shut up about that. So maybe that wasn't Loretta, even though it said Loretta at the bottom of the screen. Who knows with these games? It could be anything, really, but it's probably Loretta. Maybe someone stole her bow from her. Then again, she was using it. It's just that she wasn't actually using a bow. She was using an imaginary spectral bow. Ooh. I don't know. Fuck this game. And Loretta's slash. I think this one's, like, marginally okay. Skill of Loretta in the roll and knight, leap forward, imbuing the blade with glintstone, then descend, accelerating the sweeping slash. So nothing there. Usable on polearms and twin blades. It's kind of strange to me that she was on horseback the entire time. Like, you would think that at some point she would have been knocked off the horse, and then she would use that on you. So you would be like, oh, I want to use that too. And then it would give you both of those things. But no. Just no, I guess. Alright. I can't remember what's up here. Oh wait, this is just the outside. Okay. Before we go outside, I want to actually go back and go down to that little jar area, because there's like one or two other things to accomplish down there. But I think I want to I really want this to be more of a short episode, if I can manage it, because this is not a very talky episode. I just wanted to actually get this done before I do anything else. And as I mentioned, I've gotten kind of tired of doing nothing except for co-op. So just getting these out as fast as possible is more what I want. Yoink! Plus, I feel like the last episode was good enough that I can get away with doing a shitty episode. What do you guys think? No! I don't care what you have to say about it. So, the jar instantly is aggressive. Rawr. God, I never really quite get used to that. The big ones shattering, because it's so, like, gory, I guess is the word. It's like, because they're technically not people, they're just like little jars that are filled with meat, maybe? You can sort of get away with this. I have a question, though. Like, Alexander, presumably, is, like, he's the one cool pot. For some reason, all the... Well, I take that back. The ones in Jartown are also cool. But all the ones that we encounter out here are just, like, horrible assholes. The ones in the Academy and the ones in Stormveil. Like, they're just horrible little dickheads. Immediately aggressive for no real reason. But, why do they make small ones? Because the jars are not growing up and, like, having children and making baby jars that grow up into big jars, right? They're just jars that were manufactured, and the logic is that they put the, I guess, parts of the bodies and souls of heroes inside of them. And there's, like, lots of people that are technically composing these individual jars. But then why are some of them so small? Unless they have some sort of ulterior motive for why they are manufacturing these little dudes. What that would be, I have no idea. Okay, we want to eventually get down there, to that tower, I think it is. Yeah, which means jumping off that cliff. So the safest way to go about doing that is going through here. Alright, nothing here. And if I remember correctly, you immediately get involved in a nasty fight as soon as you get anywhere close to that area. Come on, switch. Okay, who will notice me first? I probably should just immediately start the fight. Although I'm not allowed to lock onto the big jars yet, for some reason. Ah, here we go. Let's do it this way. I like the Crucible tail. It's not... like, it doesn't have huge damage to it or anything. But it is good at clearing out the area. What I really like using with this... Ah, cool. Very cool. That's my quote-unquote favorite attack that they do. Where... Here it is. 11 jar shark. Oh, I got 2 of them. Okay. I wonder what that was. Oh, that one also. Look at that. Yeah, pretty good. Smithing Stone 3. And you as well, my sweet. And you, my darling. You must also perish. Alright. And that should be it. Alright, good. Now we can fall down. The game took care of that for us. Kind of just sucked us down there, didn't it? Alright, so right over there. Well, actually, no. Hold on. No, that's yeah. That's the thing that we fell down earlier to get this stupid meta sword that we were looking at earlier. So this is where we actually want to go. This is the gate that we passed through where Timothy and Shaniqua were not allowed to go through. I kind of wonder if anyone is like, I don't know, I don't see why they would be, like offended by me using the name Shaniqua. That is a real name. I don't see why someone would be. You think it's funny? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Painting Grandeur. Wait, what? It's not a sorcery? But it was so blue. Was it a weapon? Oh, did I ever look at the Troll Sword? I'm sorry. Troll Knight Sword. Great sword embedded with blue glintstone. Weapon of the Trolls in service to the royal family of Caria. Called into service when the queen invoked an oath they swore. The Trolls are treated as true knights of Caria and fight arm in arm with their human comrades. Good for them. And that's how we learned that they're actually just called trolls, and not giants. Which is an interesting distinction because there are apparently also giants in this world, who are just as big. Maybe bigger, I don't know. I guess if they are bigger, then they would deserve to be called giants. Trolls roar. Look into the distance and let out I don't know why looking at the distance is so important. Jittering a powerful shockwave that blows back surrounding foes. Alright, well, if you say so. Alright, we learned basically nothing from that. That is super cool. And what is the point of dropping down here? Just that it's a safety net? I bet I can get up here. If I'm very careful. Haha! Behold! There is nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Yep, there's nothing. But what was the thing that I picked up? What was that? What was that thing? Wasn't that. Wasn't here. Wasn't that. Apparently was not here, which is confusing. I thought it was a sorcery. An incantation. Maybe it's weapon art. It was? Is that what I picked up? I can't remember what I just picked up. Yeah, it has to be, because Loretta's thing is right after this. Or right before it. Carrying Grandeur. Carrying royal prestige embodied in a skill. Of course it is. Transform blade into magic greatsword and swing it down. Okay, that's it. Fantastic. Well, we truly learned a lot today. I can probably just turn all these off. I'll have to actually go back and... I'll have to go back and try to figure out how to get to these sorts of things, but I want to demark everything in here, or else I'm going to get confused. Because something that I'm going to have to do is go back to the interactive map and just look through and check the things that I don't recognize and then move on from there. This is where I entered, so it should be over here. I don't know why they put all these trees here. You can't even see it. Here we are. Okay. Finally, we're at the outside. Three Sisters. There you go. I did remember correctly. This area is called Three Sisters for some reason. There are 3 towers. So maybe the towers themselves predated the people that inhabit them. And if I remember correctly, this over here is Rani's tower. But there's a weapon art or something right over here I should check out. Which I think I accidentally found on Freelid, just by coincidence. I didn't get very far with Freelid, though. Well, it should be right around here somewhere. Oh, there's also a giant dragon, which I briefly attempted to fight as Freelid. But if I remember correctly, it's also a huge bitch. And the very moment that you even remotely stray out of range... Actually, when I was fighting this thing, I never actually managed to kill it because it just vanished on me. There it is. Just get off the horse. Oh my god. Alright, let's see how accurate Chilling Mist. Let's see how accurate the actual placement on the interactive map was. It is somewhat close, but still absolutely nowhere near it. So it's actually like way over here. Good job, interactive map. You never fail to please. Absolutely amazing. Wait, what was the thing that I just picked up? God damn it. Chilling Mist. Coat armament in frost, and then slash, spreading frigid mist forwards. This would be pretty useful, because even if you convert it to like sacred or fire or whatever, fire especially is not going to make any sense, then it would still apply the frost effect. Presumably. Something I'll have to experiment with 100 hours from now when I have the ability to do any of that. The armament remains in frost for a while. I love the description of this. You get frost for a while. How long? A while. No, but tell me the number of seconds. Like, display in green the number of seconds and then have that number change based on your scaling. No. No, it's just, you know, for a bit. How long is a bit? Yeah, it's like a while. Oh, great. Okay. Let's save the towers here for a bit. But first, do all this nonsense. I think there's another... I think there's a Site of Grace or something around here. Looks like there's only 2 actual items. This is another one of those areas where I'll have to do a little bit of exploring because I'm sure that there are probably... Oh, I forgot about you. Meh. Come on. God, trying to fight on this horse is like riding around on a drunk. Why are you like this? Go away. Oh, God, I hate being on a horse. Well, it's better than being on... In the open area, it's better than being on foot. But you can tell what I mean when I say I don't like being on the horse. It really does feel like you're like at a bar and you have a drunk friend and you're riding around on their shoulders. Over here? Over here? No, no, over... Just do it this way. And 1 hit. Alright, good. Do the attack I like, the one that allows me to kill you. Don't look away from me. Disrespectful. Also disrespectful. Alright. Wonder if Torchman drop any good thing. Probably not. No, motherfucker, come on. Actually, this is probably nothing. Oh, frozen... Wait, didn't I just get this? Frozen armament again? Rower fruit. Let me deal with the skeletons. Yeah, I know. You're very special. You too. I know you want to make skulls that follow me around. Motherfucker. Little cunt. The whole fucking world has to revolve around you giving a very pathetic amount of damage before you die. One fucking thing it wants to do. Okay, this is actually a spell, I guess. Frozen Armament. Sorcery said they've been used by the Old Snow Witch. Old Snow Witch? I wonder who this is referring to. Enchants armament held in the right hand with frost. This sorcery can be cast on motion. The snowy crone taught the young Rani to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. Okay, so there used to be an old snow witch of some sort, and I'm going to guess this is not her mother, since her mother is the moon lady. So Rani at some point was taught by an old snow witch, whatever that means. And maybe that's where she got it. Her Maybelline, I mean. She does seem to care about her mother, though. Here it is. So maybe it's not a case of her, like, having her mind warped one way or the other. We will see. I don't have enough to go off of in that regard. This is another reason why I wanted to rush through this next little area, is because I feel like there's a lot of plot elements that will help tie things together, and I'm not at the point where I can even be aware that they exist just yet. Something down here. Wait. Did I... Huh, it's funny that I didn't mark... I must have not marked the one over here because I had already hit 100, and I thought, well, it's in a straight line. How could I possibly miss it? That was probably my logic. Boing, boing. Let's not jump down there into oblivion. Let's not do that. Okay, it's right here. Yes. I forgot. There are warhawks over here for some reason. Let's give them some friends to play with. Timothy, Shaniqua, go forth and kill and freeze video game. Freeze! I guess the game is magical too with all this frost damage it's constantly sustaining. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. What was that? It was your death, sir! Oh, shucks. Oh, that's cool. In the middle of doing a stealth attack, but no, you just go ahead and cartwheel right into me for free damage. Warhawk ashes. Boy, looking at these boys roll around, there's nothing I would love more. You would think, well, aren't these also annoying, Eli? Wouldn't these be things that you would want to summon to be a nuisance? Probably not, because they are annoying, but they're also very slow, and they tend to not really do much attacking. And they're kind of more just doofy, and they have like one, maybe two attacks that are very cheap. And while those are really irritating, they're not really beneficial to me in any meaningful way. What you pointing at, boy? Juvenile Scholar Cap. Scholar Robe. Larval Tear. Larval Tear. He must have been trying to become something. What was he pointing at? Over there! Over what? No, like metaphorically over there. Oh. So like not over there at all. Yeah. Cool. Well, let's look at this ridiculous looking clothing that I'll never wear. I might wear it. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, that's so stupid looking. Still kind of tempted. But no. Okay. Alright. Juvenile Scholar Cap. Cap worn by young Academy scholars. The juveniles birthed anew by the amber egg of Queen Ranala, head of the Royal Regalia Academy. It's funny that they still... The item descriptions still refer to her as being the head of the Regalia Academy, even though supposedly she was deposed because the knights Cuckoo, rebelled against her, and they chased her away back. No, they locked her up, that's what it was. They locked her away, which I thought was very strange. But she's still described as being the head of the academy. Makes no real sense. Yet their rebirth is not without imperfections, and thus do they repeat the process, eventually becoming utterly dependent upon it. Rebirth is as sleep to them, and with each awakening, memory fades into oblivion. So you can actually get revived from the dead using these things, or the Elden Ring in a very ambiguous way. Oh, some people are like, no, the Elden Ring. That's something about that. Like, I don't mind, but when people, like, quote unquote, correct me on things that are really obvious, like, it's in the opening cutscene. Yes, I know the Elden Ring is supposed to be the source of resurrection. I get it. That's not my problem with it. My problem is that it has been shattered, and, like, supposedly tarnished will continue to revive after death for some reason. It's never been explicitly stated, but for some reason. But some tarnished just die. And then some people that are not tarnished will continue living post-mortem. They will also keep reviving. Maybe. Like Godric, for example. He might revive again. Like, he seemed to insinuate that maybe he could. Or maybe he will continue to exist in spirit before he goes to be reincarnated, even though it may not work. Like, the conditions and the rules for who gets to revive and who doesn't are not really clear, and they don't really make any sense right now. That's my problem with it. Also, does anyone remember Margit? Remember him? He's right before Godric. It's never explained who he is, what he's doing there, or why he's there in the first place. Yeah, he's another omen. And that's all we really know about him. He's just Margit the Omen. So he's one of these omen people that's just chilling out in front of Stormveil. But he's dead too. Presumably he won't revive. I don't guess. You never know. Godric may not revive. Maybe all of them will revive at the end. I'll have to do a boss rush. I have no idea. So anyways, the more that you use these larval tears to be quote-unquote reborn, then the more crazy you get. You lose your mind. Or you don't even get crazy. You just kind of, I guess, become stupid. Take that. Take that, rewind it back. Alright. Now, the reason why I really summon these guys, if I remember correctly, is because there is an incredibly annoying wolf enemy over here. There he is, right there. Take a look. See this boy? That's a nasty looking muzzle, too. That's like a cartoon muzzle. That's like a Wile E. Coyote face right there. You can tell he's up to no good. Think he fucks those other wolves? Probably does. Poor things. Could be a lady, though. Think she fucks those wolves? Hell yeah, she does. Okay. But you can tell this thing's awareness is, like, charged up to the max. And even it walking around causes tombstones to fall down. Roar, roar. My boys, no! Brr. Yeah, so it uses sorcery for some reason, and does a shit ton of damage. Also, it has a little black tip on its tail, which is cute. There's not really a good way that I've found to fight this thing. You just have to face fuck it until it goes away. Because it does a shit ton of damage and it just doesn't stop. And it does that shit a lot. So just trying to protect yourself is probably the worst thing to do. Just face fuck it. Play it like it's Bloodborne. Just keep mashing R1. Who needs a plan? Just look at the enemy and go, me attack! And just rush forward and just keep clicking that R1 button. And it doesn't matter that you just took a bunch of damage because the wolf bites you and it hurts when the teeth go in. Just keep mashing that R1 button. That's how you play these modern FromSoft games. Stop trying to think and plan and be intelligent. The enemy isn't going to do that. Just face fuck it, and then afterwards just use up one of the billion healing items that the game gives you, because the game also knows that it's completely unfair. And that's the secret. Go get him, Timothy. Golden room. Aw, don't you fucking... motherfucker. By the way, if you notice that I have been using it... Hold on, I guess I'll show it. God damn it. Not going to use it for anything. Whoops, forgot everything's out of order now, so I have no idea where anything is. Here we go. Remember Vikes War Spear? I picked this up. I've been using it some in co-op. Okay, install mid-row. As a weapon, it is terrible. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's very slow because it's a great spear class weapon. Its thrust, for some reason, goes a little bit up, which means that you'll be missing a lot of enemies. Maybe it's just the tilt of... Oh, that's strange. This time it went down. I guess it's dependent on... It's trying to go by a straight X plane. So if you're facing downhill, it wants to go up, and whenever you're facing uphill, it wants to go, like, straight or down. Ugh. Whatever. Anyways, and of course side to side. So as an actual just like raw weapon, it's terrible. And I got kind of annoyed with it because I was doing co-op and I was like, well, I'll just... Like, it's the only thing... yeah, I'll go ahead and demonstrate it. So it has a weapon art that is actually unique. And as I was complaining about before, I'm not allowed to use any weapon arts right now. I just have... like 2 of them I'm allowed to use because of the way that scaling works. Until I get that stupid whetstone. That's 100 hours from now. Yes, okay. So I was like, well, I want to use something different because I'm losing my mind. Even though this is not the best weapon. So, I've been using it, but in the process of doing co-op, ever so often we would get an invasion, of course. Because people are people. So long, Timothy and Shaniqua. And, this weapon is not good at dealing with those PvP scenarios. At all. Because it is very slow, very easy to dodge. You know, just typical FromSoft PvP issues, where the only thing that you really should be using is either a very slow weapon with shit tons of hyper armor and poise, and even then that's probably not a very good thing to do. Because most of the time, if you use a setup like that, you will be taking lots of damage, but you might be able to catch people in a charged R2 in the midst of your combos. Or something like that. Or you might be able to do a roll catch as they try to get away from it. Because they're trying to poke you out. And this is pre-Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, people would shoot you with magic and you're dead anyways. Or more commonly, especially in Elden Ring, using a very fast spammy weapon instead. Because as we know, those are by far the best weapons ever invented. They have absolutely no downsides whatsoever. What's that? Range? No, forget about that. Forget about that. That only matters whenever you're fighting giant enemies. But anyways, enough bitching. Point being, the Vike Spear is not particularly amazing. It could be better. This guy... I can go ahead and try to do this guy. As I recall, he's not really a big deal. I cleared him in one try with Freeload, but... You never know. You never know. Really, I haven't really died in, on camera very much, have I? Like, usually if I die, it's from me rolling into something, or... Yeah, it doesn't really come up too much. Not that I'm playing particularly amazingly or anything. Like I'm just over-leveled. Yeah, it doesn't really come up too much. I think this guy drops some sort of gravity magic that I'm not allowed to use. The Onyx Lord. Ooh, look at that. He even makes like pathetic old man wheezing noises whenever you hit him. Kind of sad. Okay. Look at that. Look at that boy. What a great attack. Really appreciate it. Now could you fucking stop doing that shit? I think his damage is a little bit too low, probably. Okay, now finally, Jesus. I just wanted to use this one thing. I love doing this. So much fun. This is what it feels like being a boss. Oh, this is bullshit, dude! Dude, this is bullshit! You can't just spam the same thing over there. You can. Yeah, when I do it, it's okay. And that's how PvP works. Alright, Meteorite. I can't remember if that's a... I think that's a int spell again. I think. We'll find out. Meteorite. Yep, sure it is. I like the idea. It didn't look very effective, though. Although I think a lot of people do use it. I think. Or maybe they're using something slightly different. I do see people spam big rocks at things, though. Gravity spells, as I recall, are actually fairly decent in this game. I've never been able to use them because I've never rolled a sorcerer yet. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces summons a void that emits rain small meteorites. Continue to hold to continue the effect. This sorcery originates from the Onyx Lords, who had skin of stone. Where do they come from? How old are they? How long have they been Onyx Lords? Are they human? Do they diverge from humans at some point? Tell me all about them. No. They had skin of stone. Ooh! And were called Lords in reverential fear of their destructive power. Okay. So were they otherwise just like weird naked old men that lived in caves that just so happened to know gravity magic? Because that seems a bit more like what that was. So they weren't Onyx Lords so much as they were like dirty homeless people that knew gravity magic. And because of that one thing, you're like, oh, the reverential fear I have is so intense. I think we'll run into another one as soon as we get to Atlas Plateau, and he kind of sucks at what he does. As evidenced by that. I'd have... Like, see, that was pretty damn easy. Like, sure, I cheesed him a little bit, but, yeah. Didn't do a lot of damage. His moves were fairly easy to move away from. He did have that one move where I was, like, a football field away from him, and he, like, swung twice and somehow was on top of me. I wouldn't call that a bitch move exactly, but it is kind of bullshit. Because the only time that's really going to work is whenever it's that specific scenario where he's catching you trying to use a flask. FromSoft has gotten pretty bad about that. Like having flask punish attack animations. That idea only works when your game is like Dark Souls 1, maybe 2 levels of slow. Because their attacks take a while to reach you. So whenever they have a flask catching move, that's to punish you for, like, drinking your flask in an inopportune moment, right? But if all of your enemies are extremely spastic and fast, then there's no point in having that sort of move, because you're not punishing them for doing anything. They didn't do anything wrong. There's no sense punishing them for it. You're just being an asshole. Well, there's a difference between those things. Okay, let's visit the Three Sisters. Let's go inside each of their towers. And not tell the other that we were there. You didn't see that bitch, did you? No, he said, tucking the tower key into his pants. So, block shut for now, is what it says. I'll open eventually. It's a very strange message, isn't it? It's not like sealed shut by magic power or anything like that. It's just, nah, come back later when I feel like it. So yeah, the dragon is out here. Oh, the thing I was going to say about the dragon. There was one time where I was standing behind a wall, like I was fighting it as Freeland, and I was just standing behind a wall waiting for it to get done shooting a stupid fire attack, and then it rose up in the air, did some sort of dive bomb attack, moved so far out of range. I was completely stationary this whole time. I did nothing except for move my camera to watch him do this. He dove bomb, moved so far away from the fight that he turned around, looked at me, and then vanished like I had done something wrong. Like, my brother in Christ, you're the one that did the attack. You moved out of the region and fucked up your own pathing. It's not my fault that you're a fool. Maybe if you weren't a giant, ridiculous dragon, you would not have these issues. I don't know if there's actually anything within the ruins besides... I don't know. You know what's funny, really? I have never actually killed the dragon in this playthrough. I very briefly, like, hit a dragon once for a very small amount of damage, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to bother with this. Because I noticed it was a very pitiful amount. And if I remember correctly, this guy also completely sweeps your summons very easily. What's this? Something incredible ahead, yeah, I bet. Thank you, horse. Appreciate it. I was trying to move deftly out of the way of that column.
This way? This way, master?
No, not that way. Just forget it. Just fucking forget it. I'll dick around with the dragon for a little bit. I sincerely doubt that I will actually do anything to him.
Glintstone Dragon Adula.
Use it then. Cool, thanks for that. So yeah, whenever you fight this guy, he has the extremely cool tendency to just rocket around the whole planet instead of actually fighting you. Then he'll do this, where he is just kind of just chilling out, not really doing anything. Cool. Apparently hiding some sort of magical attack behind his head where you can't see it. Now, please hit them. Yeah, it did a small amount of damage. Please reach him. I don't have to keep doing this all day. Alright. Fly away. Oh wow, that was fast. Aha, here we are. Oh, my eye! Fuck, dude. I need that for visualizing. Now how will I lay out my market strategy? And yeah, sometimes he just leaves. So, now that boss fight is over, everyone has decided. What exactly did I do wrong? Nothing. Just kind of just leaves. He got tired of being beaten up, so he just left. Extremely cool of him. Really appreciate it. I'm not actually sure, since he does that so often, and the last time he did it, he only had like probably 70% damage or so. Fuck you, wolf. Get tired of your fucking bullshit lunge attack. Get off the horse! God, I have to mash that like 30 times before it responds. Just because the horse is a drunk. Yeah, that's exactly what I want, horse. Not if you're fucking lunging bullshit. Get tired of it. I wonder if I ride back down there, if he'll just appear again with full health. Actually, I wonder if I just reload the area, if he'll just be there. Boing, boing. At least he does leave. So, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Maybe not. Okay, I'll give reloading one try. And so we'll see what happens. And yes, that does say almost 150 hours on this character. Can you imagine being 150 hours in and not being through with the lakes yet? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. It's been sort of agony. Because I can't go through the game. I can't complete the game like everyone else. No, dragon just leaves. Maybe that's something that's supposed to happen. Maybe there's some other location that I encounter it later where I can finally manage to finish it off. Who knows? Or maybe its pathing is actually so incredibly astronomically shit that it just does that. Fuck all these books! I have a drunk horse in here! Oh god! Oh Jesus Christ! I can't control it! There's something funny about just rampaging through a library with this stupid goat horse thing. Alright. Now, I think there ends up being, like... Even though there's a grace here, I think according to the interactive map, later on another grace appears, like, right above it. I don't know why they bothered. Nothing here. Not quite sure why they bother with that. Let's see. Wait, before I do this... I actually want to try to see if Nephili is in the Godric arena. Because that's... I was not able to find her anywhere. And the only thing I can think of is that she is, like, here somewhere. And she's not. Hello, Gostock.
Now, I suppose
Saying the same thing.
free. I can do whatever takes my fancy. Can I, mate?
He sounds so insidious, but he just stands here stomping on his face for pretty much forever.
Now I can.
Yeah, I know. Okay, shut up. Nah, this is from Bodies. Behold defeat. Okay. I was hoping that maybe that would... I was hoping that would be a Gripes message, and that it would say something like bitching about Godric or something. That would have been funny. Alright. I haven't actually... I think I've seen one or two Gripes messages, but they're kind of rare. Just because our group is so much smaller. Okay, supposedly the next part of her thing might occur somewhere in this area. I have no idea where. I've never done any of this. I sincerely doubt it's in the basement, so I'm not going to bother going down there, but you'd think it would be in the immediate area. Maybe it's outside? It's not going to be near him. Maybe it requires being further on in the game. I'll try going back to where she originally was. Because I doubt that they're just... Like, supposedly, the next part of her and Heights or whatever thing is that they are doing something in the throne room. The only thing I can really think of is maybe that she's back where she originally was. Wow, that did nothing. I was expecting the damage on that to go up more than it did. Wow. Yeah, thanks for that. You gonna die? Are you gonna die, sir? Please, you got shit I need to be doing. Yeah, I know you're the final boss of this area or whatever. I don't really care. Okay, let's check this one room, and then after that, I guess we'll just have to give up on that quest line for a while. Because I'm not sure what exactly is going on with it. And it doesn't look like she's in here. Nope, she ain't in here at all. And she was not... She wasn't in the Round Table Hold either, so I'm not quite sure where she is now. Oh, there is one thing that I can do NPC related, though. I was trying to put off doing Lanny's stuff for the moment. But we can talk to Bach real fast. I don't think he actually has anything. I mean, we can grab him real fast and see what he's got to say. He was... Here he is. Okay.
Bok the seamster at your service, master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
So that's it. Yeah, he's got nothing new to say for the time being.
Please.
Okay. That's cool. I don't think we ever actually talked to this lady either.
You're...
Yeah, place fingers. Show hands.
What a pity it is to be without the right. All you can do is stand at a loss, without even the half-crescents that wish to behold.
In other words, I can't get up the lift yet.
For the
Mainly unfeeling. Okay, you're taking too long.
Or are you planning to throw yourself to the waters? To find the coward's
Damn.
passage through the dim cavern?
So I guess that's another hint for where you're supposed to go if you don't know how to get up to the lift. It is funny. So, oh, you're going through the bitch passage for little bitches who bitch out like bitches would? Yeah, okay, I get it. Jeez. If you say so. Let's see. It's those two. I have already used... I better wait as far as Thop stuff goes. Because I don't know if giving him the glintstone key actually prevents me from using it again. But then again, I have to get back inside in order to like, see the next part of whatever his thing is. So maybe it doesn't actually matter. No. Anyways, let's go back to Rani's Rise. Yeah. See if my girlfriend is there. She doesn't know that she'll be my girlfriend yet, but when she sees how incredibly smooth and, let's face it, incredibly hot I am, the joke is that there's... the joke is that those things are not true. I've never been particularly amazing at attracting women. That's just not my thing. Really, I don't like really being around people that are, like, outrageously hot or anything like that in the first place. Okay, good. She is here. On Freelid, I was like, ooh, I want to see her. And then I went up here, and she wasn't here. And it turned out the reason why she's not here is because by going to Caelid at all, and getting anywhere near this area, it automatically initiates the festival. And after you initiate the festival, you have to complete it, or else for some reason she's just not around. Maybe she was checking it out. Maybe she was looking at the festival. And enjoying that. And rooting for her favorite sports team. So pretty. Isn't my girlfriend pretty? Sorry about calling your cape ratty looking. But it is sort of ratty looking, just like mine. I will eventually get around to drawing her one day. But so many people that are way above my skill level as far as drawing goes, and there are plenty of people like that, have already drawn her so much better, I almost don't see a point. Just, I've seen so many renders of her that are just so goddamn beautiful. But they don't have my wit, my repartee. So maybe that's the balancing act. Okay. Why is there a blood stain? Oh, it's someone jumping off. Okay, alright. I was about to get nervous. Alright, let's talk to my girlfriend.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met.
Yeah, no one's buying
It's easy for
that.
me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
You must be Rani the Witch behind the Knight of the Black Knives. So, because I did Roger's questline, I now have the ability to say this, I guess, is where this is coming from.
I see. Quite the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed.
Well, someone just
I
told
am
me,
the
so...
witch Rani. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved.
That's an interesting follow-up. It doesn't actually give you a text box, it just changes the talk menu. Very strange. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that in any of these games. Okay. For some reason your character is very... Like, my actual thing would be, what curse mark are you talking about? Because your characters in these games always seem to know way more than you do, so it's very strange.
And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed
because I want to do stuff to it.
Not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed, but all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone.
Aww. So actually this is not... I was expecting a more warm greeting for some reason. Actually, I think that... Wasn't there something... Yes. I think that Blythe might actually be under her employ too. I can't remember why. But I think that he has some sort of relation to her.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say.
Guess that's where this ends, so.
Be gone.
Okay. Do you think she appreciates me spinning in place in front of her? Excuse me. Okay. Well, that's all there is with her for the time being then, I guess. Actually, what do my notes say on that? Let me look. Just meet her. Oh, there's Blythe. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I thought that Blythe was under her employ, because in my notes it just says go talk to Rani. I don't have any context for it, just go talk to her. So I was like, oh, I guess they have something in relation. Actually, the next part of Blythe's thing is go talk to him in Siofra River, which is kind of strange. That is back underground. Down here. Actually, oh yeah, I forgot there's also this over here. But he would be over here. If he's... I'll tell you what, I'll go down here, and if he's just right there... Because I've already gone down this far. If he's just right there, then I will talk to him. Otherwise, I'll worry about it later. Okay, is he just standing around somewhere? It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping he would be. I wonder where he is. I'll have to look later. Hello, mushroom. I'll get you. Little mushroom. Ooh, melted mushroom. I wonder why it's melted. And there's another item down there, but I'm not gonna get baited into doing stuff. Melted mushroom. A mushroom that grows in the false night, in and around the eternal city. It drips with viscous fluid that behaves much like oil. Ew. Quote-unquote oil. It's very sticky and white and just gets all over. If you say so. What the hell? Oh, right. I completely forgot about this. I unlocked the... what was it called? The Mogwinium? That's not what it's called. Just Mogwin, I guess. And I marked this because that's the... I think there's only... There might be more than 2 points of grace, but this is the only one that I know of. And I think the part where you farm for runes is somewhere around here. So I was going to, like, run over there and tag it, just to show it. And I keep forgetting about it. It's not really that important to me. I mean, I'm already, like, level 90-something. 96, so I'm almost 100 as it is. I better make sure this is tagged. Okay, good. So I'll... Oh, I can't use horsey? Oh, not right here. How far away am I? 11,000. I'm not going to waste a bunch of runes trying to hit that. I was about to say, let me go ahead and spin those. It was funny that I stood here being like, what's going to hit me? What invisible archers are around this area that are going to hit me? And then it turned out, no, it's just a big skeleton that people were all running away from. Okay, I have no experience with this area. It looks like I'm going to have to ride through. I don't know. At least take a right. But if I take a right, it looks like there's a pit. Or at least there's lava or something there. So I imagine I'm going to have to, like, rush through a bunch of enemies. But that looks like a cliff wall. So how do you get over here? Maybe you jump from here to here? Or maybe you go up from here to here. That might be a cliff facing, though. I guess we'll find out. I'm probably going to die in the process of doing this. That looks like a red Albernaric. They are. What the hell? I guess because they're blood. Oh, it's a flat area. That sounds like something is getting closer. I didn't care for that noise. I can't access my map either. Yeah, it still won't let me. Okay, well. Actually, the best way of dealing with this will be to quit out. Because I still want to access my map. But unfortunately, because Elden Ring will be Elden Ring, it doesn't want you to look at your map when you're in danger. Even though you could just put a red highlight around the edge and then kick people out if they take damage. But no, that would make too much sense. So if something ever looks at you and then makes the internal mental decision to try to follow you around, then you're fucked. Okay, this still looks like... How do you... I guess you would just have to ride through this, then go across, and then it's going to be there. I guess. That's my best guess. Well, there's one of those giant horrible things I'm supposed to kill. What the fuck? I don't much care for that. Am I being invaded? Nameless white mask. Oh, okay. Of course, he has to try the RP walk his way over here. Now, who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be now? Ah. I really hate blood loss in this game. God, that's kind of a bullshit move. How do you get away from that? Jesus, how do you get away from that? It just, like, hovers right next to you. Well, there you go. There's an actual legitimate death from something. That wasn't just falling off of an edge. It didn't seem very fair. Okay, next time I'll just face fuck him. What should I face fuck him with? I could try to use my stupid little swords, but I really don't want to. That probably won't even work. A heavy weapon won't work, he'll just ignore it. Probably twin katanas would probably work. It's funny I only have one katana so far, though. It's kind of funny. I could just use that, I suppose. I don't think a great sword's gonna do it. I really, you know, it's kind of sad. I really don't like any of the weapon classes in the game. It's not, they all have downsides. It's not even like that. They just kind of all suck. I guess I'll go with the winged scythe. It seems like the most bullshit thing that I have access to. And let's see. Where's my old knight shield that I sometimes use, but very infrequently? There we go. Right, of course, not allowed to use horse here. Gotta run first. Then horse. That's what they say. That's the old saying. You gotta run before horse. Before horse comes the run. And after horse comes the runs. That's what they say. Gotta make the rules. I'm not gonna look behind me either, because I feel like there's nothing useful to be gained from looking at whatever that is. Alright, here we are. And it'll probably kick me off again. No? Oh, there it goes, okay. Good, nothing else aggroed to me, from what I can tell. You didn't like the tail. Flame Frenzy, Lightning Strike. Really don't like any of these besides the tail. Yeah. I can bleed too. I'm also a meta bitch. No, we're not starting that. I guess we are starting that. Jesus Christ. Bleed is so fucking broken in this game. God damn it, of course. Yeah, me too. He's my friend. Actually, I think he is doing a little bit of damage to him. It's nicer than to bleed my corpse afterwards. Oh, now they're friends. Now they're friends. I think the damage he took was just the physics of him being moved by his buddy was so intense that he actually just... he just took damage that way. Alright, let's try that again. Except this time, I'll just hope that that stupid giant bird doesn't see me. Which I don't have much control over. I guess I'll just have to bait him that much further away from the area to try to ensure that I don't get attacked by more than one thing at the same time. Wow, that was very close, whatever that was. Probably a fist. Alright, let's try it again. Nothing over there. Yeah, it won't let me. Okay. I wonder if it does that every time. Yeah, okay. Is he gonna... There we go. I wonder why he aggro from so far away. Okay. Now this time he doesn't want to RP walk. Honestly, that stupid bug thing he does is the only thing I'm really concerned about. God damn it, use the attack. Man, that attack comes out really fast. You have to really be on top of him. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I was mashing to roll out of that and it still didn't work. God damn, he has a lot of health. But believe it or not, I think in this area I'm actually under-leveled for once. For the content. So maybe as soon as I get rid of this dipshit... Ah, that's so irritating. Why am I not allowed to use a horse here?
No, you gotta go over here first.
Alright, fine.
Okay, you did it. Now you're allowed.
But as soon as I get rid of this particular idiot, then maybe in the next episode I'll be level 150 already. Who knows? And I'll have every item in the game, and I'll be so ready for everything. Okay, this is exactly the cycle that I don't like in these games, where they want you to just keep dying to the same thing 20 times in a row. Because they have this ridiculous fantasy about people being really excited about whenever they finally get through killing it. To me, if you die ever, it should be something like twice, maybe 3 times, and then that's it. Can you stop being so goddamn aggressive? Dude, if you keep trying to RP... God damn, it builds up that meter fast. Kind of just luck of the draw on that, isn't it? Okay, well, if that was Vare, I really don't give a shit. But it could just be another guy that is swearing to the same dude. By the way, there he goes, and he apparently doesn't drop anything. So was he really just here to be a nuisance, and that was it? Jumping required head, and then chaos. Alright, if you say so. Alright. I hope I don't accidentally trigger anything doing this. Let's try to leave this area before that stupid bird can get excited that we're here. Oh, there's another one. God damn it. How am I supposed to... Oh, shit. Let's just try to get across this area. No, I think you have to, like, go down here. How am I supposed to get up there, if that's the way you're supposed to go? Hello. Blood rose. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me... Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure that stupid bird is still chasing me. Don't tell me there's another invader over here. Then again, this is like Invader land, isn't it? So we're going to have to worry about these things like every 20 steps. At least it allowed me to quit out. There's dogs here too, fuck. Not allowed to use my horse. Nameless white mask again, okay. Completely unrelated guy. Radical. I love it. Real cool, real cool. Radical Rex. Gotta just bitch it out. Just gotta keep using my most overpowered move over and over and over again. Shit. Ha! Mesh has got appraised right in the middle of that. Gotta just keep spacing it out. No, motherfucker, don't do that! God damn it, that move. Fuck. Maybe I can kill him before it... There we go. God, I hate whatever that move is. Alright, white mask, war surgeon gown. Remember... Yes. War surgeon, war surgeon, war surgeon. Okay. Let's look at the mask first. Hopefully I won't be attacked by random dogs or crows or whatever those are. White mask, bloodstained, faintly grinning white mask, worn by war surgeons who were effectively mercy killers. So I guess it's not so much that they are... Like, you can see the thread of Invader here if they were mercy killers who were war surgeons. Like, they effectively went around the battlefield just looking for people that were near death. And they were quote-unquote surgeons, but really they were just killing people. The Lord of Blood's curse enlivens the wearer when bloodletting occurs. Slightly raises attack power when there is blood loss nearby. Okay? What about the war surgeon stuff? Where would that be? Where was it on this? It's with all the blue shit. No, 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 no. It'd be up here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. That was altered. Okay. Listening what gown of war surgeons who were effectively mercy killers. Of the surgeons that were abducted by the Lord of Blood, none were able to tame the accursed blood. None but Vare, that is, though he was an exception. Okay. So, the Lord of Blood himself, Moog, abducted a bunch of surgeons, and none of them were able to, quote-unquote, tame the blood, except for Vare. That doesn't really give us too much. Oh, we'll point out that this thing up here, the Misericordia, I think, I have no idea how it's pronounced, also mentions dagger favored by military physicians in white. The pointed blade is hard and sharp, making critical hits especially potent. Medicine is mercy, and mercy upon the battlefield is ruthless. But where the killer's clothed is men of compassion. So obviously that is a weapon meant to indicate that it belonged to them. So that was effectively an assassin's dagger. Alright. Whoa. Whoa. This is it. This is that's the thing that you're supposed to shoot with an arrow and it falls off the ledge. So how do I get up there? I must have to, like, go... this must have been the entirely wrong direction. I must have to path, like, go here, and then there must be a way of getting up right there. It must be right there. That's what the map looks like anyways. And then you go up this way. Just have to avoid running into any of those geysers. God, there's so many of these naughty dogs, too. Horse, for the love of God. Is it really? Is that where I came from? Like, nothing looks familiar in this area to me, because I've never been here. Go away. Anything that big and designed to look like that is always a nuisance. Okay, I think it's this way. Again, I am completely guessing. I have no fucking idea. This looks like it might be right. Hello, guys. Don't mind me. Blood Rose. Hello, guys. Don't mind me. Wow, there's a lot of you. Let me grab your shit. Golden Room, huh? That's very cool. Aha! Here we are. This is what I want. This is what I want. Nice! Alright, I have it. Alright, I finally fucking have it. So I think you're supposed to shoot that guy and he falls off this. So that is complete. We will now escape this area. Because I think that is enough as far as exploring that area goes. Let me briefly cycle around and look. Let me actually talk to Rajay, just in case. They're like, I'm at Rani. We totally did it.
To see you safe. So, what do you need?
I don't remember the list that I looked at having this is one of the things you have to do. I just guessed. Rani cast off her curse mark.
When Rani shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Rani's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of
I'll do it.
which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you.
Yeah, I'll poke around on the sly.
Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it.
Rajay's proposition.
Become Rani's vassal to advance our agenda. While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly.
Alright, so same thing.
Determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact.
Okay, that's probably it then.
Oh.
Well, I'll give it a more
Can you
roll,
become Rani
just in
while
case.
in her and determine I realize
Yeah,
that I know
okay.
you've got what it takes.
Alright, same thing. Alright, good. Thank you, Rajay. It occurs to me that Rani's body, that is not her real body, it probably was not modeled. Yeah, she's not here. It was probably not modeled after her real body at all. After all, Rani's, her doll body. Alright, just gotta make sure. Alright, good. So whenever we find... She may have destroyed it. It may just be like ash at this point. But if we find her real body, it may look nothing like her. Which will be extremely disappointing. Because she's hot. She's so blue. Has 4 arms. She's fucking hot. I want to make more of her. And you know how you do that? Magic. Wow, what did you guys think I was talking about? Have I already done this about Great Runes?
Great runes
I
are
think
the
I have.
stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the tarnished.
Yeah, I have heard this. It's been a while now.
The fingers speak. The great
They should be like
Owen
dripping
has
all the time.
long renounced the demigods.
Yeah.
Tarnished.
Sure,
Show
let's see,
no
fuck them up.
mercy. Have their heads take all they have left.
Fuck 'em up.
But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika.
And sometimes her husband.
It was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
I doubt that.
Now go let
I get the feeling you're lying. Are there more? It's so weird. Is there more of you under this? Because that stupid faith rune has a picture of you, and there's like more of you. Oh, you're so gross looking. Isn't it weird, though, that it just sits there? Like it's a hand, and then it just ends, and it ends with a flat surface, where it can prop itself up, and it doesn't, like, walk on legs. It's just a stump that just rests there. Imagine how, like, filthy that carpet's gonna be after it moves. It's so gross. Alright. So, Neffily is not here. Old Neffy. As far as I can tell. Not in there. She's not going to be out here unless a new door is opened up somewhere. Nope. I think there's like a door down here. But I kind of doubt that she's anywhere around. No. Okay. I think that actually... Oh, whoa, oh, there she is. There she is. Why are you down here? Man, I just, like, stumbled right on top of her. I had no idea where you were.
Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think.
No.
You. Please, it's pathetic, I know.
That's it? I had to, like, give her that Stormhawk thing or something like that. Maybe if I... maybe I have to go talk to Hyde again. Or maybe I just have to reload the area. I'll do this first just to be sure. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, FromSoft quest lines. I know that we have, like, collectively kind of just gotten acclimated to how FromSoft does this shit. Let me say this. We've gotten really used to this. How FromSoft's quest lines are just fucking horrible. They're ass. The way that they handle them is absolutely terrible. And to that end, it's really common to hear people make excuses for them. And at the same time, people like to create straw man arguments, like bad faith arguments, about how, oh, you want there to be like a quest log. You want there to be like Skyrim, or how the fuck did you... You want there to, like, you want all these ridiculous things that you don't want. How the fuck... Tracking, can you please? Motherfucker, I will fucking actually track you down in real life. The voice actor, I will murder you. Just because of this little thing irritating me for like half a second. Murder is happening. Murder complete. Okay. This is my form of a joke. People create these straw man arguments that you want a ridiculous Ubisoft UI to handle these problems. No, obviously not. That's a bad faith argument. What we would all like, and we all deserve, is to have quest lines that actually work correctly. And if NPCs need to, at the very end of the game, let's say you go through the whole game, never talk to a single NPC that you're not forced into, all those NPCs should be exactly where you would have found them at the start. Now, I know that it feels very nice to see NPCs get up and leave sometimes and go do their own thing and come back. That is absolutely fine. But they should always be somewhere where you can experience their entire storyline. The whole thing. And I don't mean the way it works now, where the NPC, you'll miss a lot of dialogue, but the item that they receive will still be there. Which is not always the case in Elden Ring. But sometimes it is. It just depends on the NPC. Like, even that is not okay. You should be able to experience absolutely everything that you want to, whenever you want to. As long as you have the points of necessary interaction unlocked. So at the very, very end of the game, if you missed an NPC, you should go back. You'd be able to go back and experience the whole damn thing. There's no reason whatsoever for that not being the case, other than this ambiguous notion that the game world itself needs to feel more organic and lived in, and NPCs should be able to just wander around wherever they want to. Again, like if Kenneth here wants to just leave this area sometimes and leave a little note, be right back, I'm going to take a dump. Then, oh, I guess he's going to take a dump, that's interesting. And then you go reload the area, and then he's back, and he has, like, toilet paper tissue on his shoe or something, whatever. Fine, that's absolutely fine. It's not ideal, because it's still a nuisance that you have to go reload the area. But, you know, whatever. Or even if they're at the round table, and they go missing for a while until you beat a boss or something. You know, at the end of the game, that would not be applicable anymore, but even that is, like, moderately okay. It is, again, not ideal. I would love for them to just... I would love to nail their feet to the ground. But, you know, that even that is, like, okay. The way that it has always been in all FromSoft games, in 100% of the cases, has always been wrong. We should not accept this as just being how it is, and how it's always going to be. They've always fucked up all these NPC quest lines. They're always in error every time that they design them, and they need to stop it. Kenneth, do you have anything new to say about anything?
Begin my search post for a true...
No. Okay. So, that was a complete waste of time. So let's go back, reload the area for old Neffy, and maybe that will reset things. Like, even this, like... Why is she down there? Her location inside of the round table changed for really no reason. Her going missing does not necessarily make me want to go re-explore the whole area, because there was no... Like, I had no idea that she would have changed positions. I just guessed because I'm like, well, FromSoft might do something stupid, and that was the reason why I went looking.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic and...
Okay. I don't know what to do with you, then. Like, I've got everything you need. Where was that stupid thing? Is it key item, I think? This. I can't use it. Ashes of a Hawk, revered by all others, sovereign back in the days when Stormveil was on his reign. The ancient monarch is proud, however, refusing to answer anyone's summons. But the Stormhawk King is the thing I'm supposed to use with you. But I am not allowed to. Maybe you? No dialogue options, and I can't upgrade those in any way. I can read that. And that's... This is a completely different Stormhawk. I can't even upgrade this one. Kind of strange. Anyways. Well, I don't know then. I have no idea. She just doesn't want to accept it for whatever her reasons. Okay, well anyways, let's go back to Rani. Is it all the way at the bottom? What the fuck? Where is it? Wow, why is it, like, in the middle of all these areas? Whatever. Alright. Now, in theory, Rani should have something different to say, I hope. Maybe... Ooh. That actually is not death. You just drop back down to the floor that you just appeared in, as far as the bonfire is concerned. Now, again, I'm not sure what order of events this is going to be. So Rani will either have something to say or stop. Oh my god, that actually almost got me killed because of that game freeze. Like, it's very dangerous for that to happen. Okay, please have something new to say. If you don't, I'll have to go looking for Blythe again.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone.
New dialogue option? I wish to be your consort. Well, not yet, not yet. Eventually, though.
Is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid? Is that thy proposal?
This is very
Affording
suspicious, by the way,
myself
what I'm doing.
Opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt.
Yes.
Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more,
I really like her.
if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee.
This is pretty ballsy. Oh, looking for a way to subvert my plans? Look into my past? Maybe change our futures? Okay, fuck it.
Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a
Aha!
warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. And
Go
there
forth and
wilt
see
thou
the good
find
boy.
Eochaid, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerer's arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same.
That almost makes it sound like she doesn't trust anyone in her employ. From her dialogue just then. They'll be doing the same. Like, even you are like, yeah, I'm gonna try to look into your past and all this other subversive nonsense. Okay, why not? They'll also be doing the same thing, so watch out.
Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou
Oh,
needst
below.
not indulge them unduly. But they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service, after all.
I thought that she was referring to, I thought that she was suggesting that E.G. and this other guy... I probably better not. Would be in Necron, or whatever it's called, as well. Nokron? Eternal City? I usually send that back down because I expect to have to use it. I didn't think I would actually be going back down. I wonder if those towers unlocked now. The ones that I couldn't go through before. Oh no, these just right here. Hello. E.G. Wait, why are you a ghost now? Aren't you... No, it shows him as having moved. Why is he a ghost? That's so weird. Did he die in between the time that we saw him? Or is he, like, in another dimensional space? Or maybe he's, like, projecting himself here. But you think that if that was the case, then he would show up as being, like, one of those, like, blue projections. Or that, like, the... You know, the Raya Lucaria soldiers that we ran into earlier. You'd think it would be like that.
Oh, so you were the one.
Yeah.
Lady Rani has explained everything. Again, I am E.G., the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success.
He is her war counselor. So I think... Remember, whenever we met him on the road, I was like, this is a bad place to be a blacksmith, but be a great place to be a lookout. I think maybe that's what he was doing. Blocking the way to ensure that he knew what the hell was going on. Like, who would be trying to get inside of the manor, because that's how you would get to her.
My apologies for the misleading words of warning.
Oh.
I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Rani, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves Together for Lady Rani.
I was thinking to myself, how come it is in all these games there's always, like, especially with giants, there's always the giant character that is kind of smart, and in this case, like, even wise, like, very well-read. But then all the other ones are like, "Rrrr, I wish I had pants. Come over here so I can dookie on your head. Blah, 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 blah." They're like that. And then I was thinking, as he was rattling off his dialogue, it's like, that's probably the reason why that Miyazaki wanted the inclusion of some people went crazy without actually explaining what that means or why people are going crazy. He just wanted a really nebulous, vague reason for why enemies are crazy and why some other people that you run into are just fine. It's just a vagary that allows him to bullshit because he wants everything to be crazy until they're not. It's almost a completely meaningless distinction.
Let us give all that we can of ourselves.
No, that's all he has.
Together for Lady Rani.
Okay. Nice toes. Very well-defined toes. That's all I'm going to say to him, though. Okay. Let us leave this place. Ooh. Oh, hello, Blythe. Didn't expect to see you here. I thought you were down below. Oh, there's the other guy.
Long time friend. Blythe. Have you forgotten? Glad to have
Of course
you in
not.
the service of Mistress Rani. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of
Oh.
lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go
So he
below
is
to the
projecting.
well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Knockron from there.
Okay. So they are projecting themselves. They could have made that more clear, because they look just like ghosts. Actually, they don't look exactly like ghosts, because ghosts, I think, would be a little bit more see-through. They could have used a different effect, though. Like something that was, like, waving in and out to make it more clear that it was like a fucking Star Wars hologram, you know? Not like a hologram effect, but, you know, just some sort of magical distortion, I guess you would call it. To make it more clear that they were hologram talking to us, telling us to serve the dark side and whatnot.
I'm going below to the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Knockron. Don't keep me waiting, eh?
I shall not, Wolf Buddy. He's one of the good ones. What a shitty thing to say. Even in jest, that sounds shitty. One of the good ones. And you must be... Sylvis?
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Sylvis, preceptor in the sorcerer's arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you.
How
But
dare,
since we have
sir.
the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
So he's still racist against Tarnished. Even though we... Presumably, there's nothing different about as far as I know. There's nothing different about Tarnished other than... we were in service to a lord that probably got chased off at some point. I think that's what the explanation was. Didn't I say someone else may have gotten chased off? No, it was, I think it was Godfrey I was talking about. Where I said that it described him as being still alive in something. I can't remember what item description it was. And then I suggested that maybe he had also gotten shooed off. Maybe Godfrey was the one that we actually served. And the Tarnished were actually following him. Or maybe not. I have no idea. That's a stretch. I'm really bullshitting on that one. I'm just like putting... No, I'm not putting 2 and 2 together. I'm putting like 2 and 2 eyes together. Because they look like the Roman numeral 2. That's a more apt description.
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Rani, if it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady?
Okay. So he's in another tower. Oh wait, this one's marked. It just says Rena's Rise, though. Wait, Rena's Rise? Stop it. Rani's Rise. Rena's Rise. That's strange. Well, she's already said that she isn't actually Rena. She's Rani. So who the fuck is Rena? There's no... It is called the Three Sisters. Maybe she used to have two other sisters named Rena and whatever this is. I haven't been here, so it hasn't been tagged yet. That's the reason why. They're all here. Rena, Rani, and someone else. Guess we'll see. Okay. So, he's like in the tower next to us? And that's like getting a cell phone call from someone in the apartment below you or something like that. Like, just fucking walk over here, dude. What an asshole. I'm gonna go talk to Rani one more time just to see, in case something has changed. Kinda doubt it, but we'll check it out. And from what I'm told, even though there's a bunch of different endings, because I was saying this might be a downside of the game, there are a bunch of different endings. There's technically only 3 that count towards the achievements, and one of those 3, most of the iterations are in that one, and that's the normal ending. And then there's like a second one, I guess, that is kind of shitty, and then the third one I think is Rani's, and that's the good one. And supposedly all of them are bad. Like, all of them have bad endings in some way. But I don't mind. Especially if I get to marry Rani. She's my wife friend. Forever and ever.
Allow me to
Oh, she does have new dialogue.
I shall soon enter my slumber. And it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still,
okay.
I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise.
Okay. Will you be okay while you're... Well, I guess if it's just a doll's body. You think they... Maybe that's what... The reason why she has, like, this spectral face is because that's her actual soul. And it's, like, not perfectly integrating with her doll body. And that's the reason why it's sort of out of phase with it. And that's the reason why she has to go into a slumber, is because it's not quite taking hold or something like that.
I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be I have high look.
Alright, good. Okay. Let's go back down then. That will also serve to reload the area. Yeah, I'm sorry that the first part of this particular episode, 16? I can't remember. Oh, they already left. I think, yeah. Was so goddamn boring. But as I said, I mainly just wanted to play. Is that dumbass dragon still here? I swear if he has full health the next time I see him. I can hear, like, battle music, but that's because of those wolves, probably. Yeah, it's just not here. Huh. Okay, well, let me see what's in the other tower, then. It's right over there, then. Whoop. Good lord. Game froze for like a good 3 seconds. I see you, you motherfucker. Actually, that might just be a magic refill. But you can never risk it. God damn, the Scythe moveset is so much better than... Scythe moveset is so goddamn good. I kind of hate it. Scythe is not really a weapon. Also, like, the fact, like, look at it. Like you're having to raise it above your head and swipe it down really close to your own body. I shouldn't have to tell you, that's like a really low-quality motion for a weapon swing. Probably, if a HEMA instructor saw it, he'd probably... Oh, here he is. He would probably have his head explode. Are you wearing a mask? Yes, he is. That's, a very interesting choice of design, Mr. Solivus. I can see why... Actually, do you even have a head? His eyes look like... There's like boards behind them, like wood. Or that's just... Maybe it's the back of his... Maybe it's the back of the helmet, or the back of his hood, and there's nothing inside of it. It's so strange looking. I can't even see any skin. What about his hands? No, that's completely covered too. No, he's got... Everything else is intact, I guess. Very strange.
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like
his
to
hat?
find a woman called Nepheli to administer
Oh.
a potion. Even
What the
you
fuck?
can do that much, can't you?
Wait. This is... Yeah, I remember. This is actually something that you can do with the Dung Eater's questline. I haven't even begun to start his stuff yet. I can still accept it, though. I will not be... Maybe that's why she's frozen. Well, it won't allow me to continue her questline. I'm definitely not going to give her the potion, though. I don't remember why. But I'm... Maybe it kills her. Maybe that's what it was. But I'm not supposed to give this to her. And there's like 2 other people that I think I could give it to. I think. I'll worry about it later. But I think I don't end up finishing this until way later in the capital, I think it is.
Good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question.
Wait, that's it. I can give it to the all-knowing, all-hearing guy. I think that's what it is. And I won't be doing that either. Celibus's potion.
Find Nepheli and ensure she drinks it.
Why
I
her?
expect glad tidings, and soon.
What's so important about her, I
No
wonder?
time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate.
Yeah, I'm sure you seem real busy. So yeah, he's kind of the quintessential noble fool who believes himself to be smarter than everyone else in the room. But because he underestimates everyone around him, he's going to end up being manipulated himself. Which is definitely what I plan to do. As soon as I figure out what the hell he's talking about. Okay, what's at the top of this tower? I wonder what's in Renna's Rise, then. I'm gonna steal your shit. Memory Stone? Don't mind if I do. It's my Memory Stone now. Okay, that is complete. I'll ride out from here. May as well go ahead and mark it. Where did he go? He went up and then never came back down. How is that possible? He'll never know. Let's see. This way. Can I destroy chair? Yes. Take that chair. This must have been an arena, too. I wonder if there's something I discover later on about her. This, like, it's so weird that there's just this reflecting pool. It is water, it's stone. It's like a very thin, a bowl to hold a very small amount of water for some reason. I guess because they all use sorcery and ice magic, they want something to interact with, and that's the reason why they have a supply of water where they can watch. But this seems like an arena where they would watch each other either train or fight, if I had to take a wild guess, which is why all the chairs are all positioned around for spectators. But that's just guessing. I don't actually know. Again, this tree should not be here, so you can actually see this exit. That's a little bit ridiculous. There we go. 3 sisters. That looks like it's still sealed, though. So I'm still not allowed inside of this? Interesting. It's blocked shut for now. Huh. Okay. If you say so. So I was kind of half expecting this to be something that had Eiji inside of it, or maybe that's something that Blythe would be inside of. That's where he's going to be, huh? Alright. I wonder if we go back there, she'll be gone. I'm going to check. I'm going to waste everyone's time. Oh, I love wasting time. I said that this is going to be short. I didn't expect the back half of this to be so packed with, like, NPC stuff. This is why I got so much longer. Otherwise, I thought that I would just get done with this, get to Rani's tower, and then discover that she's not even here, which I kind of half expected to be the case. And then have that just be the ending. So this ended up being way more fruitful than I expected. Yeah, she's still here. Oh, is she sweepy? She's sweepy baby? Oh, looks like she's sleeping. Is her face gone? No, it's still there. Okay, so her soul is still sort of embedded in this. Yep, she is asleep. She's fully asleep. She's a sleepy, cute little baby. I'm gonna look up her skirt and see her little toesies. They're not actually toes. I think those are actually, well, her whole body is artificial, of course, but I think that's also that same braided material that acts as her joints. Okay. Need to go underground. That's what it was. And this is it, yes. Yes, okay. I look forward to actually farming a shit ton of runes from that stupid bird thing. I hope that works out. Okay, is he here? Blythe? Blythe? It doesn't look like he's actually here. Well, he might be above ground, but I have no way of knowing that. And he's nowhere to be found, I guess. Okay. Maybe he is up top. I'll check that real fast, and if he's not there, then I'll just do this the old-fashioned way, you know? Why did I send it back? Oh, because I had to go back up that one time. That's what it was. Engraved Air, Nomadic Merchant, Minor Erd Tree. Well, he's nowhere in this area, as far as I know. He's probably actually deeper inside. But that's something I'll have to look up on the interactive map. But either way, it looks like because Roger's questline stops here, for the time being, and Blythe's also stops here, and Rani's also stops here, the next thing I should probably do is do a little bit of this area next episode, I think. Also, wow, that elevator takes a long time to get down here. It even made me realize, and I'm the little motor mouth. I'm always talking. Wow, it takes so long. Anyways, yeah. I'll have to like go through and map. I think it's like the other half of this part is that whole area. Welcome. This is a nice elevator. You know what? Something that I've always liked, this will make no sense. I can't even really think of any other examples off the top of my head. But I've always liked it whenever there's something like this. Like some really magical thing. And then whenever you get to the top, it's like a dirty old shack in the middle of the woods or something. Like very innocuous. Sort of like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I guess. Like it's just a wardrobe. It's just a fucking closet. Like your clothes are in there. Just some dusty old wardrobe. But then you fall through, and then there's like a half-naked goat man, and a really handsome prince that loves sailing, and also some some gigantic women whose nipples you play upon. That's actually in the book, I'm not even kidding. This really fucked up shit in there. And there's like a hot snow queen and some implied, like, weird underage stuff in the books. It's super strange if you go back and you start noticing it. And you're like, wow, shouldn't he have been locked up? But he wasn't locked up, in fact. It's crazy. Okay. Will he be waiting just out here? No. He does not appear to be absolutely anywhere. What if I use the snap gesture? Where was that? Snap, 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 snap. Strength. Snap. Here it is. No. Nothing. Okay, well, I guess he's going to be down there somewhere. Oh, well. I thought I might do, like, one last little thing. But I suppose not. I'll run into him eventually, I suppose. So the next thing it looks like I'm going to be doing is going down into the well, if I had to guess. Because the only other thing is going into the academy. Which... This is interesting. Rani is asleep right now. And I know for a fact that whenever you engage the boss of the academy, Regalia Academy, then she does have one line of dialogue where she's like, "Don't touch my mommy, or else I won't be your mommy." But then you have to touch her mommy anyways. Then you get a 2-for-1-er, if you know what I'm saying. But she does that line of dialogue. But if she is asleep, if she's completely KO'd, unconscious, right now, then does she say it anyways? So maybe I'll do this first. After all, supposedly it doesn't interfere either way. Man, those chains make a lot of noise. I'll grab these little things over here while I'm thinking about it. But this is indeed the... It's a really nice looking area. This is Hogwarts. Modern Hogwarts unveiled after all the troubles. It's a nice looking area. Like, it does look sort of magical, but also pretentious. Magic grease, of course. Heaven forbid it be something useful. There are lots of weird noises as far as the ambience is concerned, too. Of course, there has to be 2 of these assholes. Oh, you fucking dick. Yeah, okay. Book nerd. Reading books so he can learn how to cast magic. You should do it like me, where he just remembers a verse and screams it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Puppets. You employing puppets? He's employing puppets over here. Yeah, never get tired of that. That's my favorite thing. Drop anything there, buddy? No? Okay. I bet there are more puppets in there as well. Also very cool that he's getting 3 magic arrows out of that one cast. Super rad. Aha. If you wait long enough, they usually will just start marching along, because they're stupid. All these book nerds are the same. Anytime you start a fight and then leave, they want to go investigate, because they're dumb nerds. Hahaha. Go ahead and do it again. Dumbass. Bet learning to read didn't prepare you for me beheading you with a scythe, huh? Okay. Yep, more puppets. More puppets. I thought so. What? Time for right, and then item ahead, you say? Ah, there is. Anytime I see item, I have to, like, look up to make sure that there's nothing above me. Because FromSoft. This is a nice looking little scroll. Look at that. But there should be like a waypoint, or a bonfire, or whatever, point of grace right there, I think. Because I remember looking at a video that showed someone running through all this crap. Somber Smithing Stone 3. For some reason, they're really... Yes, okay. I can stop here. Oh, summoning pool. I could swear... I really wish that someone would make a list of all the summoning pools in the game, because I could swear that I've missed a few of them. Especially in the open world. Because I have, like, ever so often I'll find one. And no one has a list of them. It's just people explaining what summoning pools are, and then other people being like, just go to a cave, it's probably there. No, they're in the open world too, it's just that no one knows where the fuck they are, because they're next to impossible to find. Anyways, I guess I'll start here and try to clear this out, and then do the underground stuff. I guess. I know you guys don't care which one I do first. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be bored either way. You'll be bored some of the... It'll be a Plague of Gripes playthrough either way. You'll be bored some of the time, and then other times you'll be completely enthralled. But then it'll end. Just like it's ending now. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was complaining about the smithing stones. And when I say it's going to end now, I mean I'll keep talking for a brief moment. Look at this! I have 37 smithing stone... the Somber Smithing Stone 2s. And you think, well, that's like only 3 weapons, right? No! Because you only need 1! They're not like these. Like these, you need 12 of them to fully upgrade something from like 1 to 3, or from 3 up to 6, and so on, right? These, no, just need 1. That's all you need. Why are they like this? And these, again, I haven't... Like, I've actually been effectively farming them, because I've been doing co-op inside of the mines a lot. And they still don't drop. I haven't been buying them either. They're so stingy with the normal smithing stones. I don't understand their mentality. It makes no sense. They're so incredibly goddamn stingy with these stones. They go up to 999. You can even put... You can put another 1,000 in your storage. You can potentially have 2,000 of these damn things. And they're like, no, you get 3. I've been doing this for like the past 50 hours. And I've only gotten 3 of these goddamn things? Are you insane? That system needs to change. That's absolutely terrible. Look at this. For some reason I have a... I have a rank 7. 1 rank 7 smithing stone. No 6s at all. But I have 1 more 5. I don't know. I don't understand them at all. I've only upgraded like 1 thing to, I have like a +8 thing because I found it. This is the highest thing that I have. A +9 Godslayer seal. And I knew that I would be using this for a long time, and there's no competition for it. So it's like, well, I know I'm going to have this, so I may as well spend all my upgrades on this. And that's the only thing that I have that's like this. Everything else is at +3 or +6. If it's Somber, it's +3. If it's a normal weapon, it's at +6. And I still barely have any stones. Terrible system. The way they handled it, they completely botched it. Anyways. God, I love bitching. I love to gripe. Not complain. Gripe. We ain't talking about we ain't talking about a game. We talking about practice. That's Alan Iverson, by the way, making a reference. You guys probably have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Alright, that's it for the time being. Next episode, I'll probably do this bullshit, and then we'll go down, 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 and rise higher, 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 and do Siofra River, up until the point where I can actually get a hold of Blythe and get that part of Rani's quest done. Because I don't think it's actually that far in. Because I think you have to, like, reach a giant statue or something. And there's a key item somewhere, and then after that, it might be enough. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll do a little bit of minor research which is always difficult because people have gotten very spoilery because the game has been out long enough that people have completed it several times over. Whereas I, like an asshole, am stuck playing pretend. Playing pretend here that the game just came out and plodding along as I'm doing right now. Oh well.
Hey!
Until next time, everybody. We'll figure it out. Okay. Bye-bye. Really need new clothing, too. Want new clothing.